Hello and welcome back to Once Upon a Tavern, the only Dungeons & Dragons stream that isn't covered by warranty if it's water damaged.
I'm damaged by water a lot.
I'm damaged.
Then unfortunately you're out of warranty. But I won't tell you that until the end. Okay, welcome. We are here to play Dungeons & Dragons, in case you weren't aware. And we are down a few people tonight, at first. Mark and Matt will be joining us soon. They just got off work around a little after 4, and they have to come from the city of Chicago, which isn't far, but they'll be here. Oh, and Tyler will not be here today. He's just has a personal day. Yeah, beef fried roast.
Small or
No.
large? Small or large?
Large.
Yeah.
I'll save some for tomorrow.
You're still on vacation.
There you go, level 4.
Oh no, I can't eat it tomorrow. Small. I'm back on the diet.
All right.
Sorry. I am basically. I just got back from vacation last night. My brain's a little rattled still, and I've been dealing with some issues throughout the day. But it's okay because we're still here to play D&D, and that's what it's about.
And it's about having fun. Everybody's gonna have fun.
Or else.
Oh,
Or, I swear to God, you guys don't have fun.
Just to...
my fun is dictated by how good you guys are today, so we'll see.
Ooh, bad news.
I'm always a very
No, I don't
good
like
and
that.
judicious D&D player, so
Ooh.
right
You don't
now,
have fun.
I'm
We're
in
going
the-
back to 11.
All right, really quick before we get started, just a few things I gotta let you all know. Yes, I am aware that the episode did not go up on YouTube last week. I was on a plane and I forgot. Sorry. It will go up, if not tonight, then tomorrow for sure. Probably, bank on tomorrow. I'm just gonna say tomorrow.
I'm sorry, we thought we were English.
Number 2, podcast should be ready to roll this week. I know I say that every week, but it should be ready to roll this week. Unfortunately, I'm basically the only one with audio editing experience, so I gotta do it right now. But if you tell everyone about us and we can get subscribers, then I won't have to do it.
We can hire someone.
Right. So, do with that what you will. Finally, our friends over at AWS Films, their movie Cashing Out, which we've been talking about for a while now, is available to purchase now. And that's the movie that stars our buddy Tyler, who's not here.
I could be wrong about this, but I think it's free if you have Prime. Because I got it for free on
Yeah, it's on
All right,
Amazon
then there
Prime.
you go. It's on Amazon Prime for free, so you could watch it there. If you wanted to directly financially support him, you could also buy the Blu-ray on his site. But he still gets money from Prime also, just not as much. So, it is what it is. Watching it is what really matters. He just wants people to watch it. So that's that. I don't have anything else, and I don't think anyone else does, because no one said they do. So, without any further ado, let's dive into tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern.
Hey! Dragon.
Where's my child?
That's a regular thing now. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Clip it. Clip it.
Enjoy.
Dragon. Dragon.
Get it? Got it?
All right,
Fucking baby.
let's dive in.
I'm so ready.
Are you?
Where we last left our party, you all went down into the ruins of Olgaroth to retrieve a ring for, oh god, Nardo Granado. Brain work, damn it.
No.
Oh.
Make it so.
You all went down into the ruins of Olgaroth to receive a ring for Nardo Granado. Upon finding it, you met a woman named Kinna, who works for the Queens of Chaos, and eventually laid down to rest when Aldous was visited in a dream once again by some mysterious voice. After talking about it, you all decided to let Aldous try the ring on and see what you all can learn. And when he put it on, he discovered that he was talking to a creature who claimed to be Abraham.
Brian.
What was
You're right here. Like, you know it's not him. I don't know.
So, with that being said, you all decided that perhaps you should consider not taking the ring to Nardo Granado and the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
Kinna agreed to keep quiet in return for some money, which you gave her in the form of gems. And the rest of you made your way back to 11, climbing up the ladder before deciding maybe we didn't want to go to 11, and then climbing back down to the ladder.
I was hardly involved.
You know what? It's
He
fine.
died.
It's fine.
Can we minimize the number of ladders we go on now?
Yeah, right.
You turned around and went back the way you
More
came,
or
back
less.
to the market where you found the ring, encountering along the way a Nothic, right?
I don't fucking know.
It's
Yes.
been a long
Are you
time.
talking
Was it
about
with
Thank
an
you
eyeball
so
that was
much.
creepy and dumb?
He's a one-eyed
Encountering a Nothic interested in magic things.
Magic.
You all continue to try and chase him off, and one way or another, either through thaumaturgy or through kind of scaring him off. But one way or another, he kept coming back until the next time he came back, offering shiny things. Shiny things in return for magic. He would lead you the way. You all decided not to take the deal and chased him off once again. You made your way through the ruins of the marketplace in Olgaroth to a ladder which leads to District 5 and climbed your way up, but discovered the ladder was a little weak. And along the way encountered some terrifying situations which nearly led some of you to fall to your death. Yet, you managed to work together to ensure everyone stayed up there using rope in a feat no D&D game has ever seen before,
Muscles and rope.
and climbed your way into District 5.
Hey, it works.
You all made your way to Barefist Brewing, which is Joe's home, and met Klaus, her kind of guardian and mentor, where he discussed with you all your business in 5 and left you to learn more about Cynric, who gave you all a little bit backstory about where he's from, which is the Feywild,
Not from 3.
and about why he's there, which is to avenge the murder of Cinna's family, as well as find the dowsing rod, which was taken from him. From there, Zook made his way upstairs to see his son, Kellen, and discovered that Kellen has been heavily involved with drawing terrifying and graphic depictions of both massacres and something with a massive gaping mouth. You all, or not all of you, but Zook, when asking Kellen if what he was drawing inspiration from, he explained that it was for both his friend and Abraham, being that they are one and the same. And that is where we will start. On this rainy evening in 5, as Zook stands next to his son, who is continuing to draw.
We are all downstairs.
Downstairs in the tasting room in the brewery area. So, what do we do, guys?
It belonged to ground.
You say to no one?
That's
Klaus is there.
purely to myself. Asking my wife, who's no longer with me, because she's the one who was good at the child rearing, not myself. Your artwork's great, pal. I'm gonna leave you to it for a minute while I go talk with my friends and ask them a plethora of questions.
He doesn't respond.
Classic.
Best dad ever.
Not his fault. His son.
No, I don't.
My plate is beyond full. My plate was full when I got here, and now it's overflowing. Abraham is a gracious God. And I go back down to the main floor.
Klaus
Oh my.
he sees you and he
No.
he comes. He's like, "Do you want me to stay here?"
I mean, you live here. Don't you?
Yes.
Oh, no, he's fine.
Then I should come down with you.
Oh, for the conversation. Yeah, come on down. He's preoccupied. Has he been eating?
Yes.
Okay, well then that's like all the boxes I needed checked.
Best dad ever.
Right. Terrible father. All right, let's go downstairs. He goes downstairs with you to find you all at the end of finishing up Sinrig's mead that he had brought.
So, guys, liquid men,
Yes.
robots.
What's going on?
I don't even know where to start. My son is being spoken to, telepathically, we're gonna go with, although I'm sure that's inaccurate, by Abraham.
Oh yeah.
That's the second person
Also
today.
innovating.
Who, you won't believe what he looks like.
What is that? What does he look like?
Let me hold up a piece of paper. The one he finished with. Yeah.
Sure.
Nature check.
Spiky mouth dolphin.
Do I know what
Sure.
this is?
Oh, you didn't give me.
Like a seal, but with a meat grinder in the middle.
I know.
Like a kotal, but with fuck in the mouth.
nature is a 5.
Roll with advantage.
Cool.
That's a bold assumption.
12. I'm just gonna tell them.
You're gonna tell them? Are you sure?
I don't know. Now you make me scared.
Yeah, do it. Tell us.
Everyone
Yeah,
talk
just tell
amongst yourselves.
Tell
I
us. Tell
don't know.
us. Tell
I don't
us.
know.
Tell
I'm-
us.
I'm usually
British tar is a soaring soul,
I
as
hate
free
saying
as a
so
mountain bird. His energetic fish should be ready to resist a
are you singing?
dictatorial word.
Sing.
What the fuck just happened?
sorry.
Crap.
That was
Okay.
movie
Oh.
Picard.
Oh, okay.
Same as new Picard show Picard, who is different from TNG Picard.
You just said a lot
They're just
of Picards.
Well, the people who write Picard haven't seen The Next Generation, so they don't know anything about his character from Next Gen.
Uh-huh.
They probably seen the movies, which are more action-y, so...
they're just like, oh, let's just go with that.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
ones,
lot less time we
the
have
ones
to
with the
spend writing.
Beastie Boys and the boobs.
Oh, do you still have that
No,
dice?
How
that's
cartoon-
J.J. Abrams.
How
We're back.
How cartoon are we going with this campaign, guys?
What do you mean?
Are we allowed to be like cartoon?
I think we can go
Are we
wherever we
pretty
want.
cartoon?
Do whatever you want.
Cartoon.
Because
Cartoon.
Aldous, Aldous' draw hits the ground.
Okay.
Two
oh,
cartoon.
oh, I thought
Two
you meant
cartoon?
Unless
okay.
you're being metaphorical.
Yes.
Okay, then you're fine.
I was just gonna say, is it like Waka Waka or like unrealistic?
No, Waka Waka.
Okay.
Like the shit.
Somebody throw a pie in somebody's face.
Okay, guys, roleplay.
What happened? I'm sorry.
His,
I look horrified.
why
I'm no longer
the
blue.
long,
I'm white.
Why the long face and pale water?
What happened?
That.
Okay, thank you. He's frantically scribbling
Not
the drawings of a
good.
madman. I'm kind of not good with under that
Well, no,
wheelhouse.
it doesn't. The fact that your son is being contacted is not different, I guess. It's not important. Really.
I disagree.
Well, what is important is that this creature. This is a creature my people have fought before.
Oh,
I have
Kraken?
driven them to the depths of the waterfall, thinking them to be banished, thinking them to be defeated. It seems they have found their way here, or in some way, whether mentally or physically. It is called an aboleth. It's a creature that is obsessed with being worshipped.
Ah.
It's an eldritch evil.
So
Yeah.
is the popular theory that Abraham is this creature, or is this creature impersonating Abraham?
I don't know,
well,
but I would take a guess that is the person talking to your son, and perhaps it is the person talking to you.
is there a way to compare notes and determine for sure?
Well, I can ask him what he looks like. I should not joke. This is very serious.
Well, no, I thought that was a damn good idea.
What? I'd just be like,
But
"Oh,
I'm
what
not
do
a
you look
wise
like?"
man.
He could probably lie.
I would like to think that experimentation is appropriate at this point. With your son and you with the ring.
I agree, but I am wary to what did I say here? Put all of my cards on the table. By showing this Abraham that we know what he is, we are basically putting a target on our backs.
As a lifelong hustler, I'm with him.
When did
So,
your
but
son start getting
At
these
what point is your
visions? You're fine. You were talking first.
It's a recent development, right?
He had always drawn, but it's clearly become much darker recently.
When he was drawing before, it was like the same content but lighter hearted, or he was just drawing like a normal kid stuff.
Abstract stuff.
Okay. The scope of his drawings has gotten significantly sharper.
Well, I suppose I would say we did this sooner because I'm less concerned with the hand you are dealt and more so with the mental health of your son.
Oh no, yeah,
possibly
that's
physical.
priority number one. I'm just saying, the way of tackling it. I don't think that speaking to the ring and letting him know about.
Well, that's the thing is we're going to do a double blind.
Okay.
Go on.
Double blind study, I love it.
So,
How do you fucking? Okay.
well, it's not going to be a double blind. It's actually going to be a single blind. You see, Abraham, or the creature we think is Abraham, is not going to know that we know that he's perhaps not Abraham. So
That's true.
your son is going to talk to Abraham, and you are going to talk to Abraham, and feed him information, possibly, that we can see if
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put a little die.
I am following.
Put a little
That's
dye.
sort of like that
Put a little
funny
dye.
episode of
You put a
Friends.
little dye in the water to see if it comes out the other end.
right.
Yeah.
So basically, we're going to feed information to your son or to you to see if it comes out the other end.
Sure, that have layers.
Science is a new thing, I know, but I think it'll work.
This is beyond my
I like this.
expertise, so I will leave this up to you guys.
I like this
I see
idea.
it. You say, and I look at his pistols.
It's like
It's not science, it's magic.
I just
Sufficiently advanced.
I just really want
science
to be
is-
like. I just really want to be like. It's like in The Departed, right? when
The Departed, you mean?
when Jack Nicholson comes on.
Roleplay, guys.
This is just. God, it's hard with you guys doing Spanish accents because I want to do one so bad, but I know it just can't work now. It's done.
Could never be.
It can never be.
Okay. So we tell from the ring. We tell Abraham what's going on,
Right.
or something, just something weird, and see if it comes through the drawings.
I think that is the worst way to do it. I feel like if you're gonna send some information, maybe send it. Well, no, he's not sending. He's just
Right.
receiving.
Exactly.
I got you.
Your son seems to be the antenna.
Don't call him that. He's a boy.
Oh,
He's my boy.
Are aboleths known to contact people through
Abraham.
telepathy
Must be safe.
or speak to people?
More drinking, less talking.
I'm not drinking.
You should start.
You always drink.
No, you don't need to roll.
Oh, yes. He nodded. Or Abel is able to speak to telepathy.
Yes, but not. It's, I believe, within a mile.
Oh, there's a range on
Let me double check. I'm only having issues with my laptop. I may have to restart, but that just means music will be quiet for a moment.
We have to actually talk.
Supposedly we should this entire time.
I've heard.
Is that how we play this game? Yes.
No, it's through your imagination. We could all just sit in silence and be like,
Are we sharing a drink?
Yeah, their telepathy is normally only within 120 feet.
No, if this was a dream, the animation would be different.
weird diversion. I just wanted some commentary. I think it would be so cool to play D&D.
I don't want to.
Okay,
Okay.
guys, come on, let's roleplay.
But then how would you see
Very
your
seriously,
ship?
guys. Focus.
Memorize it.
Oh,
Terrifying.
that seems hard.
So,
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that yes, they have known to be able to speak telepathically, but it's only within a short distance. This is sort of unheard of, unless this creature is very close.
But you have a magic item, that's how you converse with the creature. Is it perhaps your son has a magic item that he's able to converse with the creature? If you will allow me to... Well, no, you don't have to do, but if you allow me to go up into your son's room, perhaps study his surroundings.
He has no magic item.
look, it's your backstory.
Got it.
Mhm.
Think about your
Suck it.
backstory.
I know.
Suck it!
Oh, I get
Hiding. Hiding.
You do not.
I crit on the inside.
Was that a deception? Oh.
Fuck, what's your insight?
I've never seen you so vigorously do that before.
I hate it when
Unfortunately, it's
Seth tries to lie to
-1,
us.
so I'm at 19.
No.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh, I might also. No. Plus zero.
Oh, you bastard! I should have increased. Wait, hold on. I didn't level up yet. No, wisdom.
Okay,
I'm very curious. I'm like, I believe you. Okay, I believe you.
Jump into line.
Here's the thing, though. What information were you planning on feeding to the ring Abe that you think is going to pop out of in the drawings? Because the ring this is the first time that ring's been found in I assume years, which would be a big enough event that I feel like the paper should be reflecting it shortly.
I appreciate what you're saying. Your
Don't
questions,
patronize me.
your questions are here, and my planning is here. We're just not there yet. So
My question is what is your son drawing? Can I look at the?
Here's the one I brought downstairs.
I want to look for anything that looks like a lock or anything.
A lock?
Is like the key on the ring?
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Or like a keyhole.
Yeah.
I'd shit.
14.
Doesn't seem to be.
No.
is that the first time you rolled
This
a
seems
nat
to
20
be
in
a
life?
portrait.
A long time.
No, I was just looking because the ring has a key on it, right? So maybe there is something that.
What do we mean by key? Sorry, I guess I'm confused physicality-wise. What does it look like?
It's a sapphire, but it's not like just like a flat sapphire head in the setting. It's kind of like jagged and sticks out in very specific patterns.
Okay, so
like,
it looks like
as if it could fit into something.
Okay.
Like if you're wearing it on your finger, it's about this tall.
Oh. You could scratch something.
Give me the old 1-2.
Punch someone within, probably do like a D4.
Extra? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you can do
got a
D4
little
if you
weapon
want.
there.
Come on!
You want? I think you already do a D6. So, this, in theory, I think you had a good idea, but I'm confused how we're going to put this into. What is it?
Practice?
Thank you.
Right? Oh.
I almost said it in Primordial, and it was weird. You guys would have no idea what I was saying then, you know?
Yeah.
That is practice in Primordial. Bad jokes, jail.
That's a call.
No, so I'm just.
If you don't get it, check out our previous episode.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't know how we're going to put this into practice.
Commodial. That's what
All right, role play, guys. Jesus Christ.
I don't think there's anything you could say
Yeah,
that would be more to ring Abe. That would be more shattering, more cause more of a ripple than him being communicated to through the ring that hasn't been picked up in years. I feel like if anything was gonna rock his boat, that was gonna do it. And if it doesn't show up on the papers, then I don't think it's a direct line.
Should we give it time?
Can we check the
Have you
arcana
taken your
on the
son's
card?
latest drawing?
He's drawing right now.
Well, let's see what he's drawing.
He doesn't like an audience. I'll go.
Could it not be that you check the arcana on this ring and then you check for similar signs of magic?
I don't think the arcana works like that, does it?
And
Well, you already know that it's
I did
giving
not
off.
know.
It seems to be an evocation magic on the ring.
down. So
This bitch
There-
don't know magic.
I guess the idea, the problem is Father Demetrius is correct. This creature should not be able to talk to your boy, not this far.
unless he's not far.
Oh, that is not good. If he is that close,
Could he survive that
But
close?
but here's the thing. He's not. I don't. My son is not okay, but I don't think that he's in danger. At least not right now.
How about?
I think his anonymity is his greatest defense right now.
Like any internet troll, yes.
Oh God!
so the best idea is for me to not mention him.
Correct. Yeah. No. That's don't. That was don't.
Because I'm having a feeling that something is going on here. Because we have been lied to about the wall. We have been lied to about who this Abraham is. This guy would be losing his shit.
He's not here.
He's just stunned. He's too
I
angry.
hope
to
they
speak.
have the stream on right now.
So
This is heavy shit.
So this is where I'm sitting, right? And we are all in
We'll
this.
say for the record, Grimold and Zane had stepped outside for a cigarette.
Wait, there are cigarettes?
Yeah, there's cigarettes.
Kellen is a heavy smoker.
I don't know about that.
Listen to
The
my.
cigarettes are
not,
magic,
sorry,
the
I said
cigarettes are
Kellen.
magic.
I said Kellen. I meant Zook.
Oh,
Zook,
okay.
Zook is a heavy
All right, sure.
smoker.
Why not?
That's why the voice is like this. I actually had a normal people voice.
No
He
filters.
installed an ashtray on
No
the
filters.
Yeah, just
Oh no, pipe. It's a long bitch too.
Sure.
It's like full wingspan just to get the end of that.
Sure.
cowboy up,
Continue.
you're spitting
So
the
should we
tobacco
not-
out as you're smoking.
I just wanted to ask.
What are you trying to say?
Should we not go investigate these walls then? Would that not help to know what is actually going on? To understand?
I would love to. The problem is the whole that the What are you? He's gone.
I am football.
Furball. Ooh, that's I like
He is
how
for-
so much
he's
better.
for Jay.
The Sinrig, the hole he described is in 11, and we are not exactly welcome in 11.
Yes, that is correct.
I would love to go check the hole in the wall, but I feel like we wouldn't get close.
Because if we go over there will be someone looking for us for this.
And we don't blend. We don't blend in at all.
What?
I think he blends in better than this guy.
He is outside.
This is my
Castle Crashers.
voice right now.
He's outside.
So we have to make a plan here. I liked your idea. I liked your idea, Varys, but I don't see how we can put it into practice. You agree with me?
No, I do. I was kind of just brainstorming.
Oh yes, we call it throwing spaghetti at the wall.
What is spaghetti?
It's like a long noodly, like you make it from
Is
wheat.
it like pasta?
Yes.
You have this in the water.
I know pasta.
Oh,
is.
you know pasta.
You know what pasta is?
You know what a pasta
You use it
is?
with a colander.
Fuck you.
A colander.
You're in the plate of water.
So basically the same as like a gold cyst.
So it's SpongeBob logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Everything in the water plate
No,
is
he
there.
is just
That's fun.
football. You did not.
All right.
So I'm just okay. This is if anybody is watching, I'm so
There's
sorry.
still
Well, no,
heavy-
but like legitimately, like this is not a joke. Is it actually everything in water, or is it like the Zorro thing, the Zora thing, where you go underwater, come back up, and everything's dry, but you're like deep underwater?
The elemental plane of water is split into three distinct sections. There's above land. There's above water, which is various islands and such. It's many. Yeah, you know this. Many pirate ships, when they get lost at sea, often like kind of go through portals to this
Bermuda
plane,
Triangle type shit,
and that's
yeah.
where they end up. It's basically Davy Jones's locker.
Okay.
Then below, that's just where he'd be from, and then there's the darker depths, which is where the
Where
monster
this
But
Which is from-
it is like all water. It's not like the element. Okay.
Imagine like but there's air. There is air.
Yeah,
Which
you
kind
can go.
I'm
above
saying
the-
like
above
there,
water.
like your layer would be like your home would be kind of like a bubble underwater.
Correct. Not even a bubble. It would just be.
water. It'd be
It
it's
would
an
be
ocean.
like I can breathe underwater,
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
but it wouldn't be like a bubble.
not a bubble.
endless ocean.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's
basically-
basically King Triton's palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus what I was thinking was like Gungan or Zora.
No.
Like,
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Kind of
Legend
take
Zelda,
take the water.
I got you.
Take water on Earth and flip it.
I'm
with the
swimming in with your spitting out. I got it. Yeah.
Gross.
Would you
All right.
the one swimming?
Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program.
So you were saying you wanted to check it with your son? Is that
Yeah, I mean, I could check what his newest picture is, see if it's got any more hints. You can come with, of course.
Do you want me to just go and then I'll call you whenever I come back up, or is everybody closer, or just because you're his dad, you know, maybe he can't talk to his dad about certain things, and he needs to have like a talk with me.
Did you have the talk with Kellen without me?
Listen? I know a lot about biology, okay? So
Disgusting. Deeply disturbing. Go ahead, because I can't even stand to be around you right now.
I'm gonna go.
Boys, the boys.
Time out. Did you guys step out for a cigarette, or were you listening the whole time?
Did you hear the stream on the way here? No.
Okay,
they stepped out
so
for a cigarette.
Grimald and Zane walk in from their cigarette.
Oh, they were shared cigarette queue. They were like bumping it off of each other.
They were actually, it was the,
I'm trying to quit.
Pineapple Express and the Super Joint, where there's like 3 signs.
So you're saying it was his cigarette, but he went out to chat, and then ended up saying,
Just don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
All right. So as they walk in now, you, Grimald and Zane, you walk in. Everyone is sitting around the table, looking very serious. Klaus is there. He's kind of standing on the wall. He looks like kind of deep in thought. He hasn't really said anything.
He's leaning on the wall, not standing.
Yes.
He's dancing. He's actually dancing on the scene.
Oh, what a feeling!
But yeah, there you go. And they walk in.
Well, Abraham's not real, so
Don't lead with that.
So this is going to be hard for you to. Right?
Excuse me?
It seems you remember. Well, you have been. You remember the drawings that our friend's son has been making, yes?
Yes.
This big black creature with the mouth and the, it's crazy, it's creepy.
Sure.
He's being basically telepathically talked to by this person who's claiming to be Abraham, and he's drawing pictures of this big black creature with a weird mouth. Okay, right? Crazy, right? Well, I looked at the picture, and it seems that it is an aboleth. They are from my plane. We have driven them away from us, but it seems they have found their way to yours. They are eldritch evil, older than many things on this plane and mine. And their obsession is to be worshipped as gods. Which is worrisome because it seems that we are being tricked. Now, the only thing that is solace I could say for you is I don't know if this person is Abraham or if they are simply impersonating him.
Okay.
So,
That's a lot to take in. Give me a minute.
Are you going to get another cigarette? I'll be back.
your evidence that Abraham, who saved our city, is not real, is based on a disturbed child's drawings.
1, rude. 2, we didn't say Abraham wasn't real. We said the man in the ring and the man in my son's visions is a demon?
Eldritch evil.
Eldritch evil.
Aberration.
There's so many words for bad
Did you
things.
just say your son? I missed some.
So
Yeah, so we are in 5 here because, remember, we came back
Yes, we are invited.
to check on his son.
I'll ask him if he's ready to meet you all. But don't hold your breath. And
What if I'm not ready to meet him?
So Zook, you walk back upstairs, Hedwig on your shoulder.
Can I come with?
Yeah.
Dozer behind you.
Thank you.
He's kind of done drawing at this point for a second. Like he's not done. He's stopped, as if he's kind of like thinking.
Hey, pal.
Hi.
So I've got new friends, and if I'm being honest, they are super exciting. One of them is from the Feywild. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a whole nother plane of existence. Another one, also from another plane of existence, is made of water. And you know, the rest are pretty tame in the grand scheme of things. They've all got their little quirks. You're gonna love one of them. But and then you know Dozer here. But
Hi, Dozer.
How you doing, kid?
fuck me, right? And they would like to meet you and see your pictures because I have told them how incredible. Thank you. It's like you work with kids. It's how interesting your drawings are, and they would love to see them. Is that something you'd be up for? Bad at these, but the dice is good.
Listen to your dad.
That doesn't work. That's so weird. Because I'll just go say that to your
Yeah,
kid.
just do it.
Persuasion, 12.
You can take advantage for Dozer, but do it quicker next
15.
time. More quickly. 15? I'm good.
Okay. Some other time then. How about this? I'm gonna leave you to talk to Dozer. He's got so many fun stories to catch you up on, and you know how Dozer is with stories. Just so much inflection in his voice. And do you mind if I take your most recent drawing and show them at least?
Roll another persuasion.
13. That was almost a 1.
13. Okay, but bring it back.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to hang it up on the fire mantle.
Icebox.
Ice box.
Fire mantle.
The fireman.
Made of fire.
The mantle of the fireplace.
Fireproof, man.
Remove yourself from my ass, all of you. And I grab
What,
his
the
picture.
Goron tunic? Is that what you're trying to say?
All right, guys.
And I take it, and it's a picture of...
It seems to be, this one's a bit more abstract right now. It seems to be a large pillar of sorts, and it kind of is tall and then goes down and then continues off the paper, but there's a line. You know what? I could try this.
Oh, you think you're as good a drawer as Kellen now?
No, but I'm good with this one. Someone have a pen? I have
Pencil.
I have a pencil. But
Oh, no.
I have
pens
a
are
pen.
sacrilege here. That's fine.
I have a
Sharpie.
pen. Do you need a pen?
Yeah, honestly, pen in D&D is a level
3,
of
2.
commitment.
It's coming in hot.
Aim for his eye.
Wait, what is this? Oh, jewelry.
Oh,
A pen in D&D is a level of commitment
Sorry
that
about
I'm not
that.
ready
I just
to...
bumped the mic.
Sorry.
Alright.
so while you're
Catchphrase.
Oh, that one was good.
It sounded that way.
So while I'm drawing?
Oh, I was just gonna say, did we want to continue while we were drawing?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, how about Dad? Just give me a minute.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you do you with,
Okay.
you know, my son who clearly has an easier time communicating with you than his own dad. No, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm so happy you're around.
It's okay. You do your job well. Okay. You do a good job. Just let us.
Thank you.
Just give us a minute.
It
okay?
just helps to hear that every now and again. I got no one. Except for you, Dozer, obviously.
Spend more beef fried rice or beef and
progress.
All right. So, click. Okay. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit next to him, and I'm gonna start drawing my own drawings.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do that for a little bit.
Okay.
And just kind of sit there with them doing the same thing.
I imagine you doing the iRobot drawing where you start at one corner and work your way across it.
No, it's actually terrible. My drawing skills are horrible.
Like,
Hey, looks like you're out of magenta there, bud.
I'm only trying to draw in black. Well, you're out of magenta, bud. You can't draw.
Can't go any farther. Sorry.
Joe's just like, here's mine.
So, yeah. So I'm drawing with him. I'm drawing next to him. I'm not drawing anything that he's drawing on. I'm just kind of sitting next to him in silence, like we do. And then I take a big breath and I say, "So, what did you do yesterday?"
I ate, and I I watched, and then
Cool. That's awesome. That's a good day.
what'd you do?
We climbed a lot of ladders. It was a lot of fun. Wait,
That-
was that the
that
same
was today.
day? That was the same day?
Yeah,
What did I do
that was
yesterday?
today.
It's been 2 weeks since yesterday. It was 3 weeks. Oh, shit.
Yesterday you fought an
You know, we, your dad and I had a lot of fun. We went on a trip and you know, we ate some good food too. What'd you eat?
Just a sandwich.
Cool. Was it good? Cool. Are they treating you well here? Are they being nice?
Yeah.
As long as they leave you, you know, as long as they give you the time to make your drawings, you know, that's all I care about. As long as you're happy. So Bud, what's been on your mind lately? What have you been thinking about?
Persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Because you're better at talking to myself.
It's okay. I'm just a robot, so.
Josie's like, no, intimidation.
Yeah, I don't.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. You can do whatever you want. You want to intimidate a child?
Oh, yeah, don't look at it.
Feel free, I guess.
Oh, you mean Monday
I mean, I
night?
do it every day, so it's fine.
Intimidate children.
Just give him a
Yeah.
He's technically a teenager, so like, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
definitely intimidate teenagers. Yeah, sometimes you need to. Where's that persuasion check?
Yeah.
Are you gonna roll that or? Dice ain't rolling themselves, Bill.
Webster says intimidation is.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Let's do the start essays.
21. 21.
21.
Patronize me.
A lot of things. Got a lot.
Is it easier for you to draw it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the first thing that you want to draw? Go ahead.
Well, he keeps talking about this stuff. I just gotta get more of it out.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. And then I start drawing next to him again.
Okay. This one I won't have time to draw.
Right.
But he kind of peek over every once in a while, and you see a sketch of what looks to be a building collapse, and you can see like hands sticking out of the rubble. And behind it there is a large fire that surrounds the spire in the city.
Is this recognizable as an event? Do I recognize this as like a cataclysm or something like that?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, okay. 9.
It's difficult to tell. This could be the Cataclysm. This could be Cordova Square. there's not any sort of, you could see the spire from anywhere in the city, so it's difficult to tell where this is exactly, but which would give it more context. But
Hey, but do you mind if I pick this up and look at it for a second? Is that okay?
1 second.
Okay.
And he finishes by drawing. Oh, yeah, that one has the Eye of Abraham on it too. Sorry
Okay.
about that. In the bottom left corner.
It's like a triangle with an eye.
Yep. He has the exact symbol. And then he scratches it in the bottom left corner and hands it to you.
This is really cool. This is really what it. Well, I'm looking at it. It's very well done. Let me say that. It's really sad though, don't you think? Does it make you sad? Does it make you angry? You don't feel angry?
Scared.
Scared. Yeah, this is really scary. It's a very well done picture. You did a good job, but this is scary. Are you scared of it happening? Or are you scared because it happened?
Roll another persuasion check with advantage.
16.
16. Who would have thought me to say?
Who?
He's my friend.
Oh, what's his name? I didn't know you made any friends lately. That's awesome. I'm glad you're meeting new people.
Just one. No, but not like you.
Okay. Not like me. Is he nice?
Sometimes.
He's sometimes nice. What about other times? Advantage now.
Yes.
11.
Sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Sometimes he's angry, sad, just
Angry.
angry. Sometimes angry.
But today, very happy.
Very, very happy. Okay. Very happy. Very happy. Can you draw out what he's happy about? You think?
Another persuasion check.
Okay. Motherfucker. Okay.
Crushed is 7.
7.
That one's not in my head right now.
Okay. It's okay. You don't have to do that. Are you okay? Do you want me to? Is it okay if I go? Do you need it? Do you need anything? Anything I can do for you?
If you want to.
Okay, I'll do it. You want something like some candy or something? I can go get you some candy if you want.
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. If you're fine, that's. I'm glad you're doing okay, buddy. I'm glad you're okay.
It's checked out.
Okay.
Right. What's going on downstairs? Zook comes back with his new drawing.
So this is the most recent one. These could mean anything. I just want to lead by saying that they could be anything. It's abstract. He's got the real way with.
So, too short. No machine.
Upon my first look, I was thinking stalagmite, but then I looked again and I'm just seeing tornado.
Or a portal?
Is the spire in the center of the city?
Is the spire in the center
Or
of the
is that the spire in the center of the city where I recognize it?
You can roll an investigation check.
I
I'm
will
from one, so I'd
also roll an investigation. Fuck me!
I mean, I'll do it too. I'm looking at it.
that is a 5.
Whoa, I beat you.
You guys.
Oh!
12. But there we go. Take a look. Eat your heart out.
Sure. Flipping it over. If you flip it over, no. Yeah, there you go. 180. Yeah, it seems to come across as the spire There's the circle is the observatory that High Father Simon Lydio stays in. It has the wrap around that it does, the same kind of markings. But then flipping it back,
You're holding it upside down here. He drew it this way.
This looks like the spire, does it not?
But it's upside down. He drew it the other way.
and you could tell specifically all of his drawings have the Eye of Abraham in the left-hand corner.
That's how you know which
Bottom
way's
left.
right side up.
So that way seems to be reminiscent of the what you had saw below in Olgara. The massive kind of upside down spire that had gone down into the glowing depths.
I say all that to it.
So, as far as indicating what was on Abrahnot's mind, the shit.
It's Abraham.
Abraham. Fuck, that's good. Fuck.
Yeah, he's good at those.
So, as far as what was on Abraham's mind most recently, it was Olgaroth, and that picture seems to be indicative of Olgaroth.
Olgaroth and then the spire.
No, it's upside down.
Look at it either way, it is reversible.
So, this being claiming to be Abraham could be very troubling for the city. We should perhaps bring this to the church.
No.
Why
Or if you do, only by way of the ring. Because if you mention my son, I could lose it.
Your son has a connection to this.
You mentioned
creature.
his son. You should be careful. Sorry. Just covering my bases.
First thing you say to the group.
Amazing, okay.
If this creature is dangerous, would you not want help to sever this tie?
I am, and if we, I would love to sever the tie, but my son cannot be brought up before the church. You were told by Dozer before, I know he mentioned it, that the church has already taken my son from me once for re-education. Okay. Couldn't remember if it was integration or education. For re-education, and yeah, you told them that.
I know I told.
Well, now they all know. So
Well,
continue.
I'll have you know.
No, I thought we all found out.
Yeah, I vaguely do remember him.
Well, I
Sounds
guess
familiar.
you didn't mention that it was the son. You just talked about the child.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You kept saying, don't talk about my son.
And
So-
that was organic. I like that.
It was months ago. How am I supposed to remember this shit?
Notes.
It was like 2 days ago.
It's just like last session when we told that bitch about the ring, even though we spent all last session not telling her about the ring. No?
The child that Dozer mentioned in his story that he rescued from re-education, and in doing so, or right before doing so, spawned a conscience and a consciousness. The child was mine. It's Kellen, the one upstairs. So, for lack of a better term, he's a fugitive from the church. So if we could not mention it to the church, that would be ideal for me.
Did your son have been re-educated?
No.
When did
He was not re-educated. They tried. And,
When did he start doing his drawings? Is it shortly after we came back
there
from
was
that?
a decent gap. Unrelated, if I had to think so. Yes. Right. I'm glad you came in on a swoop in there, because I wasn't entirely sure.
You had mentioned.
Yeah, I know. The timeline escapes me. I'm really old.
So, I find the ring to be the most pressing matter, so I see no need to mention your child. You have been of great help to the city as it is.
That's what I do. I live to serve the city.
Has your son just been here while we were off?
I had.
around.
It takes a village, as one might say.
You could probably come back about it.
Okay.
I have Damn, what did I write? your
Dozer
name?
walks in as you're speaking. So
Okay, I talked to your son. Oh, did I interrupt? Anyway, so I talked to your son. This voice gets angry at him, but today it's happy.
And today was the day we found the ring. That was all today.
Right.
Right.
So he's happy about the ring, maybe.
Well, he
Just
seems
today.
pleased to be able to talk to me.
Right. So, but maybe these things are connected, and we have proof of that because he's happy today, right? We didn't exactly test that yet, but
What happens when he's not happy?
he said he gets angry.
And what happens when he gets angry?
I don't know. I asked him, and I didn't want to push. He clammed up, and but his next drawings are cataclysmic. They all seem to be along the same vein. But your son is scared. Your son is scared.
I'm scared. I don't.
Yeah.
This is well outside my wheelhouse.
Right.
I know how big my mouth is, more than I can chew right now.
But it seems like he's seen things that passed. He's seen things that are, and seen things that are yet to pass.
Do aboleths have like future seeing?
I'm not sure.
you'd have to roll another nature check.
Foresight?
Yeah, like foresight.
Yeah, that's the one.
11.
I like
As far as you know, no.
Okay.
Does that
Maybe.
look
I wasn't
future?
entirely sure. You know, he's drawing, but I'm not sure he knows. He just gets a general feeling about it.
Because we're trying to find a way to act without playing our cards.
Well, this authoritative fellow wants to bring this evidence of the ring before the church.
Is that a good idea?
Who can tell?
Listen, what do we gain by giving it to the church?
We are showing a malevolent entity posing as a god.
We do not know that he is posing.
Listen. Okay, call me crazy.
That is blasphemy.
Listen, hey, Inquisitor. Listen,
That's what I said.
hey. Okay, listen. Call me crazy, but I don't trust the church. Okay.
Yeah, that
I
did
don't-
de-escalated.
I didn't. That's just so we can see eye to eye.
And there are still questions about this hole in a wall with a world outside that is not destroyed. So I do not know that.
Cynric's not here, so I can't even like dispute with him on this.
Sinrig is here.
There are lots of questions.
Sinrig and Gold have done much discussion regarding this plot line, so I could help.
He's from 3. As much as I respect Cynric, our supposed visitor from outside the wall, he
Not
is.
supposed to am.
This is one person claiming that our entire existence is a sham, and we're just going to accept it immediately?
Well, not our entire existence, the existence of Abraham.
What reason does he have to lie?
He does not know any events.
It might not be a lie as much as a deception, much like the ring. The entity in the ring is claiming to be Abraham to become worshipped.
Do not worship me.
Cynric may be influenced. He may have been brought here and shown something that he believes to be real, but may not be.
As much as I hate to say it, I do agree that I think that this thing is a facsimile, and that it's not really so much of a, this is what Abraham is. Are we all agreed that that's not the case?
Oh no, we found this in a place where Abraham was originally on Earth, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it has not been discovered for a very long time, this ring. So who is not to say that the person in the ring is this Abraham?
Maybe. Is that evidence of it, though?
And it's not evidence against it either. So what
That's
I'm
true.
saying is
I'm not saying that.
either option I do not think.
Many people have claimed other heretic gods within the city, that does not mean that artifacts or other entities posing as gods are going to exist.
No,
That-
I agree. I agree.
My
I just do not
question
think
here
that we
is
should have our blinders up and be
Oh yeah, no.
ruling
absolutely
out
not.
things just because of blind faith.
Right. Well, it's not blind faith. I'm just being skeptical.
No, I'm talking about that.
Oh yeah, no, I hate this guy. Yeah.
That's not what I was saying.
Yeah.
Shit. How long ago was the cataclysm?
Cataclysm was 15 years ago.
Yes,
What?
it was 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Who here?
But I do appreciate that you all just started turning.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know I have it written down, but I don't know where it's written down.
Where's my timeline? There it is.
Who here
But is it prime time?
saw the world be destroyed around the city as we were saved by a shield?
It could be an illusion. The entire destruction could be an illusion.
What reason do you have to believe that, other than
What reason do you have to not believe it? Besides blind faith. What I am saying is we are arguing two sides of the exact same argument. Your blind faith is in that Abraham is your savior.
and yours is
Mine-
in drink?
No, mine is in
You have done nothing.
That's an ad hominem attack.
no, my I'm saying we are arguing the same thing, just the opposite sides of one thing. So you're looking at this as Abraham is our savior, and I'm looking at it as what if he is not? I'm not saying that he is not, I'm just saying that we cannot rule it out.
Right.
Otherwise we could be walking into something we are completely unprepared for.
I just don't understand how, if you could just walk into the walls of the city, why that wouldn't be happening more often. Why people wouldn't be making their way out through the city and coming back. I've never heard of anything like this.
That's
So
because he is
I'm
not present.
What he is saying, what Dr. Zane is saying, is he's not convinced that there's a hole there because more things would be coming in and out, right?
yeah.
We have another visitor.
When you came here, where did you come in?
Well, I came out of the portal in the water.
In what water?
In the water.
The only one.
The big one.
It's a big. Sorry, Land Before Time.
I do agree that
Yep.
Sinrig could show us this breach in the wall.
That is definitely something I am
And
up
this
for,
is
but
something.
but it is terrifying. Remember, we are wanted in 11. If we go there, they will be after us.
Which is
I'm
why
not
we
only
need the support.
wanted in 11, I'm needed in 11.
Well, I feel like at this point, also wanted. We haven't put the message in the brick in quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Which are all reasons why we should go to the church. Help to get to this breach, which would be of great concern. This could help smooth things over by turning in evidence to higher ups to the Inquisitor and support in our endeavors. Not to mention, our friend here is visiting the city and needs to check back in. Otherwise, we could create more problems for ourselves.
My sweet summer children.
In 11, they do not care about the church. We have seen this. So it will not matter what sort of good graces we put ourselves in here. It will make absolutely no difference in 11.
And I believe what your friend, the other Inquisitor, said is that he wanted to escape, right?
Well,
So if we give him
You
the
want-
find of a hole in the wall, a crack in the wall, will he not be happier and perhaps give us the protection we need from the Lords of Hell and Nardo and his gang? I'm just trying to find aligning needs.
This is a way to solve our other Inquisitor's problem.
Because I believe we do have to go to 11, yes. Because we have to see this hole in the wall.
that's not my top priority.
What is your top priority? Yes, I know, but this is all a means to an end. What are we going to do now? Stand around him and chant in a circle.
Do you think that would work?
Maybe it might.
And so what I'm saying is, sitting here talking about this in this bar is not helping us. We have to figure out what this aboleth is after.
Yeah,
And this has suddenly fallen into my jurisdiction as protector of this material plane. And it seems like it is us who drove this thing here, so it is up to me to help you stop it.
I think that dealing with the aboleth is going to help my son, but I don't see how going to the hole in the wall and telling that guy Finn about it is going to help with the aboleth problem.
Well, we need to have people on our side, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because right now we are wanted by the Lords of Battle, we are wanted by this Inquisitor, and we are wanted by the Queens of Chaos. Well, we're not wanted. That's right. We paid that lady. She's not here to talk.
I still going to tell.
We are going to see, right? I know I talked to her when I
she's
see her.
not.
She's a squealer.
I broke you guys last campaign.
Oh yeah, we don't trust
Like,
anything.
don't trust anything.
I don't trust myself this
I don't
week.
trust most of the
Just
people
saying.
at this table.
Especially you.
So what I'm saying is, why
Probably
don't
the god.
it is probably best for us to find, because if we bring this about, just telling you two, and you, it was quite a realization, right? It broke your world for a minute. If this becomes public knowledge, there will be riots, right?
Maybe we
think
if we do confront the church, we only tell them about the aboleth and literally nothing else.
Yes.
Won't be able to know where we found this information from.
The ring. Yeah, the ring. I mean, obviously,
ring,
the ring's part of the
and,
aboleth thing.
And esteemed guest from the waterfront.
Oh, but we did not find out about the others.
Yes, we did.
No,
No,
we
we
found it
found
from
out
your
from the
son's
pictures.
drawings.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what they
Well, we gotta find a way to draw that line.
I know some of you are young, but I feel like if we confront the church, we're not going to be met with
We confront is not a good word necessarily.
I'm
This
sorry.
is confide in.
Yeah.
We are turning evidence into it.
Okay.
I call it
They would.
I don't think you see the big picture. It's okay. You're young. You'll learn. It's fine.
I mean, it's a
You'll
pretty
learn.
decently sized.
I don't understand why you're also afraid. All they're going to do is look at this and then want.
It's fine, let him talk.
I don't see why they wouldn't just be motivated to stop this aboleth. If it's a pretended Abraham, they'll want to stop anyone who would be doing this, and maybe hopefully,
Fuck.
and, you know,
Sorry, Dwayne.
Things are
taking
very
the view
tense
of
in
Abraham.
here right now.
I need to shit now. Ooh,
My
okay.
friend, when it comes to matters
Good.
of faith, logic is rarely, I suppose, in the equation. So, you're going to run into some roadblocks.
Maybe we don't even mention the A word. We don't even say. Oh, sorry. There's a lot of those. We don't even say aboleth. We just say, "Hey, Abraham is speaking to us through this ring," and we don't feel like he's the real Abraham. And then let them take it from there.
This is exactly what I wanted to do before the aboleth came to light. Why? I don't. Why not?
The only
Continue that.
the only argument against it I can think of is that the ring has a special shape about it that I'm dying to know what it's for.
We all knew that was coming.
No.
You could train him right now. It's great.
I suppose it is just dangerous because knowing that this information could destabilize the city, I'm not saying. Okay, speaking from an outside perspective, I appreciate all the, what do you call it? Welcoming arms the church has given me and this government and all that. I love it. It's great, okay? We're going to get along just fine. My issue is, if knowing that this information could destabilize a city, they will want to keep it quiet. Which means, keeping this
Discretion is in the best interest when it comes to blasphemy.
Well, yes, but remember, the last time people blasphemy, from what they tell me, they are brainwashed. I would rather like to keep my brain the way it is.
Not to mention the civil war.
blasphemy does need to be dealt with, of course. And we are turning in evidence of it. You all fear as if you are nothing but petty criminals. You have been working in the city's interest with me, with Ben. You are heroes of the city, turning in evidence.
I suppose how about this? Just to get us somewhere, because as of right now we are talking in circles and nothing is getting done.
Sure.
I suppose if we're going to turn information into the church, we should have all of the information we need, right? So in order to get all of the information we need to check out this story of our friend here, because they are not going to believe if we are bold.
You really are a diplomat. That's good shit. Good job.
So I know it is not your first concern, Zook, and you are worried about your son, but if we are going to get the help we need, I believe we need to have all of the information we can, right? So we gather our information, we figure out if this hole in the wall is real, what is outside. We figure out as much as we can about the ring, and then we present it all to the people we want to help us. Whether it is the church, which is obviously an idea here, or the government. Or
Isn't the church the government?
Very tightly.
I was getting, where does
Right?
Highfather Lydia?
The British monarchy,
Yeah.
except think a militaristic theocracy.
I have one question.
That's about where we are.
Highfather Lydia would be like a figurehead, not like an actual leader, right?
Highfather Lydio, that is correct. When Highfather Lydio
The rest
was
of the world was destroyed. You saw it happen.
Highfather Lydio was Chancellor Lydio, and when I think it was shortly before the Second Civil War, he decided that there was no more need for a chancellorship and that he was going to ascend and speak to Abraham as a full-time job. And instead of electing a new chancellor, the Senate decided to maintain some peace. They were going to elect a commander, a high commander in charge. So they didn't even elect him. They appointed the commander of the army as the city's de facto leader, basically.
Dictatorship.
Yeah. Say that. Theocracy.
Potato religion.
But they everyone
Potato
still,
authoritarianism.
At least everyone it still seems to think, at least from what senators have said in the past and during like elections and things like that, everything kind of boils down to supporting Highfather Lydio and the words he says, and because he speaks from Abraham to them. Abraham doesn't really commune in Senate anymore like he used to, so kind of the High Commander speaks to Highfather Lydio and then conveys that to the Senate.
Got it. So it's like red and blue versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. That's it.
okay, so has everybody agreed?
Can I, Alice has been still in the room this entire time, correct?
Yes.
Could I have, like, read his face, his reactions to this?
You can roll an insight. He's been pensive, deep in thought. Just anytime he spoke badly about you, he grew angry. Anytime you talked more about pursuing this, he grew angry. And yeah, apart from that, that's it. Everything else is just thoughtfulness to him.
Does that sound like a good plan? To at least get what we need, to get our information. And it seems that you had mentioned something, Varys, about wanting to go back to 11 anyway.
I need to go back to that as well. Do we know if this, and for other people to help maybe motivate them to go, maybe the whole reason why they wanted this ring, why Nardo wanted this ring, because he has the thing, but they don't know.
Yes. Well, it is not him, remember, it's not him that wants it.
Let us not forget. I had it and then I lost it. Is this kind of it? Let us not forget that we will also get the travel passes if we do the thing.
What?
Travel between districts is restricted.
Well, yes, I know, but what thing?
If we do for Finn.
He's being held.
Oh, okay.
Finn, yes. Oh.
I
Now
mean, I
understand
am
what you
singing.
mean. Okay.
But
I am from Three.
No, I'm from Feywild now. Pay attention.
I don't think we need them. We can go down to Ogoroth and just travel by ladder.
No, we can't.
We could.
I don't
that
want
could
to
be
travel
a-
by
There's no,
ladder
there is no
anymore.
ladder there anymore.
Well, why don't we? I'm just saying.
Scribbling notes furiously.
We can build another one, just build it stronger, and then we never have to worry about Finn. We don't have to. We just circumvent the entire guard. The city. We travel underneath. We have our own means of travel and transportation. We don't have to worry about passes, the government, the church, nobody. We operate on our own. And we can travel between 5 and 11 freely.
I like the enthusiasm. I have a couple things. One, there are awful things down there. You've only met the one
Yes,
who
we
like
killed him.
no, the one
The
that liked
Etten,
the
the
shiny.
No, the Etten.
Yeah, that was like medium bad.
You know-
And then there was the little fella that wanted the shinies or
Yes.
whatever.
magic.
Wanted
Like-
magic for
What
shiny.
was his race called?
Nocturne.
Here's a nothing.
Not expensive.
different shiny, but he's shiny
The
anyway.
cursed being that everyone knows.
He was like low bad at best. There is big bad down there. And then not only that, but the roaming gang of Duragar and the roaming gang of the Queens of Chaos
Oh, and the vampires too.
and the vampire spawn, which, by the way, are just vampire spawn and not even an actual vampire.
Okay, so you know more than I do. So perhaps
I spent a lot of time.
We
down there
also
back in the
only
day.
know of one way to get back up to 11, and that is close to the estate of someone we are not in good terms with, and
shit.
also known by.
I know. Okay, so that makes two ways into 11. There was the one that we took day one. That she said she closed off in some way or another, but I feel like that's well, no, it's not a bluff. It's certainly closed. But why would she close a door, a very valuable door, without a way of reopening it? And I mean, if there's a door, you can knock on it. Hint, hint. And then the other one is yes, the entrance into Olgaroth from the crypts.
If she knows enough to tell you she has closed it off, it sounds like she knows it and could be watching. I think I should discuss this with the church. We should not bring the thing that Deb wants back to 11, so I could leave it in holding here in a church.
Or here in the bare knuckle. Whatever the fuck it is, bare fist. Love this place. Sorry.
If that is what is wished, as long as it does not go to where it could become a tool for these devils.
Well, yes, and the other interesting thing is, what if the devil knows something we don't? What if he already knows that this is an aberration on the other side of the street?
Well, then I guess you would say the devil's in the details.
Yes, enjoy that one.
Didn't you use that one? I feel like we used that one last time.
I didn't. Enjoy the D4 of damage, all of you.
And the stream is over.
D4 psychic damage.
So just a thought. Sorry, I'm just speaking about it. So you're saying you don't want to bring the ring to 11, right?
That is correct.
I understand, but I do feel a little uneasy moving forward.
Could give it a bargaining chip.
I would
Get
rather.
us back in.
I mean, you could keep it on you, but you better have a way to hide it once if push comes to shove. I don't know about the anatomy of a water elemental being, but I assume you have a prison purse.
That was disgusting.
Listen, you were just talking about how aware you were of human anatomy. You
I
should
am
be well aware.
There are things that are not supposed to go, and other things. So
That's
let's get off this. Let's
I
get
suppose.
off.
I suppose the question is, if we're going to 11, how are we going to get there? Klaus, do you have any passageways?
I know that they had gone through one, but it has been a very long time since I needed to do any sort of walking around underneath the city. So no.
So it seems that even wanting to go to 11, we can get there. We're stuck.
was aware that I took a long time ago, but since then, the guard's presence has increased, and I do not think that it would be wise of us to go, and it takes much longer.
Back through 8.
The way in which I came to it.
8's the least guarded in this entire city. It's possible, that's for sure. But getting back into 11, that's the really hard part.
Because of the presence of the guards?
Or is it 8?
Either one of the farm.
I believe that's. I don't know my own world well enough.
No, we're in.
I'm a simple man. I never lead 5.
It is 8.
You gotta trust your gut, Ben.
Yeah.
Or at least what you say goes, so that's just how it is now.
Yeah.
I have a map that I don't know if I can edit.
He goes,
Gotta be fast.
yeah, it's 8. You should just see like,
The entire world
Holy
shifts. There's a
shit.
earthquake.
Just sort of seismic event just happened.
explain that one, Jesus
Yes.
man.
All right.
Oh,
It's possible, that's for sure. I can do my part to sneak you all in, sneak you out of 5 into 8. But
It'll be up to us to get back there then.
that's correct.
I did it before. I was
What about
just a
just-
child then, but
what about just doing it legally? How much are the papers?
They are 50 gold per day or 150 for extended. But 11 is still locked down, I believe, from what I can only assume is you guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
lockdown.
It's only been 4 days
Since the murder of 2 police officers that I know nothing about.
I do not have that kind of money.
I don't have enough money to eat.
more reason.
Yeah, I still think we're going way out of our way to avoid our 2 avenues. He has the church, and my family is closely connected to Senator in District 4. So
Does 4 have a way to 11?
4 is very far away.
Okay, so but connected. So why don't you throw the? I said I was cool with you throwing the church the bone of we have a ring and there's it allows him to communicate with someone claiming to be Abraham. There's an imposter. You would like to inquise it further and see if that can get us some side of visa.
I would be ecstatic to try to get us back into 11 under legal means.
I dig it.
I think God would too. God would be pretty happy with that.
I don't give a shit. I'm excited.
I'm just here for the ride.
I'm just happy to be
Says
here with my
the
friends.
I'm plotting out as we go, so just do you.
Curveball, we
Just
go to 7.
do me a favor and do me a big favor. Don't turn around when you're almost to the wherever you're going this time. That's all I ask.
No promises.
No promises! No rules!
I could have even turned around. I could have pulled that UE even faster if I had Featherfall.
I have
So,
slow fall now.
it may not be easy
4th level, come on.
to make our way back to 4. I'm not sure exactly how we would do that. I guess I would have to get in.
5 and 4 do touch edges.
We can play your card if the church one doesn't work out, but I feel like we should.
I just mean for those of you who are afraid of going to the church immediately and not having any.
Oh, I was thinking maybe only he goes
Oh, I will not do that.
as our spokesman.
We're all involved, though. I think they would come out.
And you would all go, Joe, including you.
To 11?
Where you need to go.
Well, yes, but I do not think that we should go to the church. I think this is, if your family is very well connected, I think that is a great way of getting papers for us to go.
Do you have a way to get 2 through though?
Getting into 8 up to 4 would actually be much easier than 8 to 11, as many goods are constantly
brought in and out of for being the platinum market, as you know.
So church then family, or family then church?
What's
Why
the
is
difference? You know, I have it down here. How about odds we go to the church, evens we go to the. This is 20. It's from the.
Why don't we do a vote?
I did not like that.
I say we go to his family first. I believe if you're as well connected as you say, we can get these papers quickly. We don't have to worry about Finn anymore, and then we can explore our way into 11, figure that out, and go to the church after we have our information. That's originally planned.
Anything to procrastinate going to the church is good.
I agree.
Family is most important.
I tried, buddy.
If there
Wait,
is
okay.
apprehension of the church, I could see this legal option as being perfectly fine.
First, we have to do illegal, and then we do legal.
Yes,
I'm
the ends
still-
do justify the means sometimes.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we do.
That's like my whole shtick.
I was like, for once, I actually agree with you.
It's okay. I'm still not opposed to going to the church.
Yeah.
But I think that if that would make you all feel better, that someone powerful would know who we are and what we're doing, what we have.
You
within our
said
possession.
who we are and
It would give us some. We would have kind of a backup, I suppose.
Okay.
Going into that church situation.
That is a good idea. Then let us go to your family.
As long as we get back into 11.
Sounds like there's a plan.
We want to move from 8, or why don't we just
We
go to the
need-
gate and
in record time.
It's about
I need to sleep.
it's
I'm
about
very
7 right now. If you all go rest now, we can get you out of 8 before the sun rises,
Great. Let's go to sleep.
or get you out of 5 before the sun rises.
Yeah, some of you do need a nap. You look rough. You look really rough.
And
My HP is fine. I am
Your
just
exhaustion,
exhausted.
yeah.
Yes.
You can look rough for multiple reasons.
I always look rough.
Because you're drunk. 'Cause you're a
No,
drunkard.
I'm not a drunk. That's the misconception.
Well,
So,
consider me misconceived. That's not right.
Mr. Klaus takes you all upstairs. Where Kellen's begun to kind of like get a little restless, and he when Klaus comes up, he goes, "Klaus, I'm hungry." And Klaus is like, all right. And he takes you all and feeds you for free.
What a guy. It's good I couldn't afford it.
Gives you it gives you guys it's a room with 4 beds and 5 pads kind of placed out. So, but they're comfortable. They're soft. He did his best to get everyone set up. And with that, leaves you guys to rest.
before we do a full lay down for it.
Okay.
Joe,
What?
I would like to apologize for my outburst. And I would like to reiterate that I gave you my word to help you. I believe I was brought to you for a reason. And my word is my bond. I will help you in your endeavor to unseat Nado.
Thank you. And then I walk away.
You all
I'm too tired for this shit.
Yeah.
begin to follow us
I'm a robot.
while you're awake.
I am a robot.
That was the first time that I had it. I was genuinely I like you.
I don't need to
as my character.
I don't
and
need to sleep,
That was
guys,
the first
so
time
I'll
that
just
you
draw.
said something that was straight blasphemy, and I got shitty with you.
So-
And then I was like, okay,
You all
take it back.
you all rest and sleep.
Except me, because I'm a robot.
Except you, because you're a robot!
He
Oh, I was like, wait, do you have a dream? Oh.
Okay, how do you
Demetrius,
Yeah.
you are standing in a chamber. A large map sprawled out that you do not recognize. You're looking down at it and you see pieces across the map. Big kind of pieces signifying an army. You hear
door flies open, and you hear, Gideon! He walks in, you look up, and you see the dreaming dark. It kind of like stops and freezes on this woman's words for a moment. They're outside. You look around, and then the conversation skips. The others know, you hear come from your own mouth, not to focus on what's around us. Focus on the dreams. Not to focus what's around us. Focus on what's around, not dreams. It keeps repeating certain areas. And then another one comes running in. Gideon, they're here! They're here! They're here. He pulls back again. And as the girl looks up, she goes, we'll talk more later. Talk more later. As they pull back, and all of a sudden you see this black cloud rushing down the hall, and you awake. Everyone is beginning to stir. It's time to get up and go. And that is where we will take our break.
That's good because Seth got mind fucked just now.
We're gonna take a quick break. Seth, can you?
Yeah.
Thank you. We don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Gonna go eat and do the bathroom stuff, and we'll see you soon.
Where's the button?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
That's what Karen thinks. Every time she has
Oh.
a
Little.
Fire.
Okay. I'm the one from SpongeBob.
I'm the one.
He's the
I'm the one who
bikini
meows.
I'm the one who. I'm the one who
Our
needles.
mascot coming downstairs.
Our host, our lovely, wonderful host.
Alrighty.
What are you doing?
the mascot dance. The mascot dance that we all know.
Oh, the
about.
mascot
Yes.
dance. Yeah.
Classic
That
mascot.
came out right after Soldier Boy, right?
Yeah.
So,
There was a YouTube video and everything. And it's like,
I hate everything that just happened.
There's so many things on this table.
Oh my God.
But wait,
There's
there's more.
so many
Are
things,
you
and it's
high?
all mine.
We have to get into combat
Get
so we
them
can bring
all
the
out.
mat out.
He's right here. He showed up late, but he's here.
so Klaus comes into the room. The window above you, all of you, as you sleep, is still dark as he comes in. He comes in with a lantern and he goes, "Hey, everyone awake? We gotta leave."
I'm always awake.
What the fuck? Sees you standing in the corner. All right, let's go. Come on, get up, get up. It's early. You all did have a full rest, but feeling tired. Just a reminder for those. D&D Beyond should be exhaustion levels.
You have to
There's
put
a
it in
button,
there, though.
Okay,
You have to check it.
cool.
For any of our listeners who might be interested in using D&D.
No, not until they pay us. Okay.
I thought you meant the listeners for a second. I was like, what?
I was like,
No,
wow,
no,
you're
no,
like demanding
Wait,
money.
D&D Beyond.
Wait,
okay.
wait
Everybody's
until
got
D&D
money.
Beyond gives us an affiliate link. Then we can give you D&D Beyond.
Go. So,
About it.
as you all awake, pack up, and head out. Anyone have anything else they want to do really quick before you leave?
I have new tricks, boys and girls, now that I've taken a nap. Yes. Well, kind of. Same level, more of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Jesus, tell my son I'm leaving again down to the year. Is he up in his room?
Yeah, so you, Klaus points you to where he's sleeping, and you go in, and there's,
Is he awake?
there's 4 beds in there. You notice there's a guy sleeping in one, and Klaus kind of points at Kellen in the other.
Is he awake or asleep?
Oh, he's asleep.
Okay, I'm just gonna write him a note.
Okay. You don't need to say that.
Yeah, good.
It's okay. We can talk about it later. Okay. You leave him a note right next to his head, and
In an envelope over there on the mantelpiece.
On the mantelpiece.
On the mantelpiece.
The
Would you like
mantel-
the mantelpiece?
The fire mantle.
The fire.
you all are head down the stairs, down through the brewery room, and then out into the dining room, where you go to the door, and he opens it up. The cold autumn air blowing in, still very early. You step out into the darkness. You notice like down the street, someone's come down and is like starting to put out the lanterns on the street. The sunrise coming.
Dumbledore has put all the lights back into this.
Klaus proceeds to take you. It's about a 40-minute walk down west, down the road west, as he continues on in silence and darkness. Every once in a while, you'll notice someone kind of like stumbling around, but they don't seem to pay any mind to you. They seem to be lost, or
Oh, I grab a bottle of beer.
you want to grab a bottle of beer.
Yeah, I just wanted the bottle.
Like, you wanted to buy it, or you wanted to grab it?
I wanted to buy it.
All right,
And
that's fine.
if he makes me buy it.
Yeah, no, you could have bought a bottle for 5 copper.
Cool. I apologize.
That's okay.
We moved kind of quick.
That's okay. Eventually, you come to a T intersection, and he turns left, walking down the way. You can begin to see the sun rising over the mountains to your west, or to your east, excuse me. And sure enough, as you walk about 5-6 blocks south, it comes to a point where there's like an older abandoned building kind of look. He pulls back a board and reveals kind of an alleyway. Like these boards were kind of placed up to look like there was no alley here. He pulls back and there's an alleyway across.
Alright, we'll take that back. As far as it goes, when it comes to the fence, up over it, there shouldn't be any guards coming through for another 20 or so minutes. Do what you have to, but get off the road quickly, or stay off the road rather.
Get off the road. Get off the road.
Low hanging fruit, right? It was all there. You're all
That 8 is not policed much. Well, there is not really much of a reason to be. They tend to congregate more towards the crossroads where the tavern is. But for you to get to 4, follow north. It'll be about an hour and a half. Just continue to follow north, and eventually you will pass by another intersecting road, a T with a diagonal. You will go off the road north from there, cross it, go off north from there, and you will reach another fence that you shall as soon as you are able. If you wanted to go that route. If you didn't, there are plenty of carts going in and out. Some people can buy passage, some can sneak onto a cart. It's up to your desires. Good.
Thank you very much.
Happy to help. Remember your training, Joe.
Yes.
This is all about competing.
It's fine. I straight up choked on stream last time. So.
No. He like smacks your back, is pushing you in.
Oh, to get the rice out.
No,
it's-
he doesn't care about that part. You'll figure
He
it out.
smacked you so hard it broke the fourth wall.
Yeah, if you're strong enough, you'll survive. He just pushes you through.
And you all continue through the alley.
Okay, I think I wrote all of that down, so we'll see if we can follow it correctly.
You
write
all
Yeah.
pass by this abandoned building until you come out on the other side of it to like kind of a backyard area for all of these buildings. It's small. It's cramped up against this fence. The fence is made of like steel and wood. It's definitely not a pretty looking fence, as there's really not much of a need because it's not in the eyesight of anyone from 5. But it is full of all sorts of barbed wire going along the side and along the top.
You said there's barbed wire. I'm sorry.
Yep.
How tall was it?
The fence is about 8 feet tall.
About 8 feet tall. Okay. I'm going to take my jacket off and cast it over.
I'll do the same with my cloak.
Okay. And go, and I'll like
Wait, do I
kneel
like a
down
jump?
and like
Oh, quicker.
be there to help people take over.
Okay. You're talking about a high jump, Joe?
Yeah, I think I have like a thing for that.
Moving. Well, I don't know.
Cream for
Then I walk up to you.
I don't know how much
I
you can
know.
normally do, but you can jump. I don't know if you have like special abilities, but normally you guys can with 10 plus feet of running movement, which you can do from the alley. Excuse me. You can jump a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength mod.
That's not good.
Otherwise, you can climb. Make an athletics check.
So I'm gonna see if I can do something jumpy because strength ain't good skills.
Jumpy is strength.
No, I think she has like
Acrobat.
a key point or something.
I'm trying to see
ability. There's like abilities.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. But
Okay.
so
Have like advantage
step
on
of the
trying to, like,
wind.
Step of the wind gives you.
Other people can figure out what they're doing. Sorry, let me
Yeah.
let me read mine.
What do you guys
I will
need?
go first. That's fine. I will
Let's
jump.
just-
Athletics check. Or do you want to just jump?
I'm going to use him. He's boosting me up, right?
Sure. So roll an athletics check with advantage.
I don't think we're going to get any better than that. What's I'm leveling up? I'm picking my spell. 19 is the base.
Okay, that's enough. He boosts you up. You grab onto the cloth over the barbed wire and push yourself over.
19 is the roll.
Legs over, feet on the ground. You're over.
What do I'm sorry. I'll let people do that.
I had a 19 for a base as well.
There you go.
20 is the total.
I'm the better sorcerer here.
You run up, jump up your feet, you grab on, you're over.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Just throw me. You guys ready to catch me?
Toss me.
I'm coming.
What do you mean?
I'm coming over.
I throw.
Catch me.
Well, how tall are you, Dozer?
7.5 feet tall.
So you can even easily just lift him over
I
the
could just,
wall
like-
too, and
He
just
could.
drop him.
He sure could have.
How tall is the wall again? I'm sorry.
8.
8? Oh, I can jump 8 feet.
You can jump 8 feet.
What?
Yeah, 5 plus 3.
So you all watch as he drops Zook over the wall, and then he just jumps up and right over it, just clearing it, and
Yeah. Are you guys coming?
Wait,
You guys go. Yes.
Holy shit.
don't piss him off.
That's scary.
I know this might come as a shock, but I have a +5 to intelligence. I'm super smart.
That's very, very
What's
surprising.
the sorry, what's the
You guys get +5.
It's really hard to play low
You
wisdom.
the roll to get over.
High int.
Athletics with advantage if you're accepting Grimold's help.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like athletics advantage is still a negative.
I mean, it's an 8-foot fence.
Well,
Like,
12?
you could climb it.
Yeah, that's fine. With his help, you're able to get over. You struggle a bit for sure, as you just aren't used to. You're not a jumpy monk. You're a swervy monk, and you push yourself over and land on the other side. We still have Demetrius and Zane and Grimold.
I will mutter next to you. And I will do the. Sorry, what did you say?
Athletics with advantage if you're using Grimold.
cool.
I'm down there. It's okay. So you feel free to go to the side of me and just climb the fence.
It's hard to start.
I won't be offended at all. Don't worry.
He
No,
sees,
it's fine.
He sees
I'll-
Grimel's
I'll
jacket
fix it.
too. He
Oh.
just grabs the barbed wire.
Jack with the Abraham symbols just all over.
I mean,
26.
No problem. He boosts you over, and you grab onto the wall and just kind of easily drift over it. Zane?
I'm a big boy. I don't know. I don't know if he could help me. Could he help me?
Yeah, if he could help Demetrius, he'd help. It's still an
I'm
aid
not, like,
regardless.
I'm not like benching you. I'm just helping like
Right.
boost you.
I'm
up.
pretty big too, so I can pretty much just like.
he's
How
helping
tall
at
are
the
you?
top of the pyramid.
I'm like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
reach
could
the
still
top.
easily get his help. Like help is help, regardless when you're jumping a fence. As to how much help they're giving you, it's a whole other thing, but it still helps, so it's still technically advantage.
Do I have a tail?
Yeah, you do.
I mean, it's really.
I don't think Dragonborn do have tails, actually.
You have to take a feat to like gain tail over these.
I'm pretty sure.
So he just wakes up one day and he has a tail.
Yeah, level
I
4,
just
take a
have-
feat.
He's like,
It's that growth spurt.
Yeah.
Misty Step is always
Okay, so I got a 21.
There you go. No problem at all. Once again, you lift him up, Grimold, and he jumps over. Now it's just you.
Okay, so I don't know
Hang
how
on
this.
one sec.
Oh, I was
I got
gonna
a
try.
second.
I was gonna try and help him.
Oh, okay.
Because he helped all of us. Is it like a chain link fence?
No.
Ish? Is there like a thing, like a way that I could like push my quarterstaff through that and use it? He can use it as like a step to jump over.
Sure. Roll a dexterity check for this to kind of like swivel it through.
Yeah.
That's cool.
15.
Yeah, you like find a little gap, and like I said, it's wood and steel. It's all just kind of thrown together at this point. So you just kind of push through a couple wood boards, and you watch Grimald as a quarterstaff comes poking through in a suggestive way.
No way.
How could it not be?
No, he helped us over, so that's shitty.
All right, that is said 2. That is 13.
Yep, there it is. You step onto the quarterstaff, and it pushes you up as you grab on it and just kind of struggle over a bit. You're not as graceful as everyone else, but you do manage to
I will look at
get
him
over
too.
it.
It's mine.
Okay.
Can I grab my cloak and I put it back in?
Yeah, same. Check.
You are now.
We solved your fence puzzle.
I know that's the most complicated I can give you, so.
Oh, we're done.
I mean, our conversations on deciding where to go take 2 hours. You really think we can
Hour and
handle
a half,
puzzle?
new record.
That's true.
God, half of you weren't here and we were still spinning our wheels.
So.
Listen, push the narrative, okay?
We don't have to work on our communication.
I'm trying.
Okay, so now we're in 8. Should we try to find a way to get back?
Yeah, we need to go back to
the
5. I think we need to go to 11.
Yeah, can we find a hatch to go back to
so-
Old
There are no hatches in 8.
There's
Anyway.
these are really
Not a one.
There
I'll
are
say
no
this in character.
hatches in
We need
8.
to move.
What do you
Oh, we'll find it. Even if it takes us
Even if we
2
have to...
years.
All right,
Even
so
if they
Joe, what were you
dig-
saying?
I was just gonna say we need to move quickly because the guards are coming in 20 minutes, as Carl said. So we need to stay off the road. We need to follow it north. Which way is north?
Has anyone ever been to Coltiva in Nova Extra? You have. So, and you have? Okay. So, as you all land on the other side, you look over, and the sun has started to kind of peek onto the mountains across the way from you. This is your first really clear look at the western mountain range, and the sun is kind of lighting the tops of it, revealing the snow and clouds over it. And in front of you is just this massive green field. Green-yellow at this point. It's begun to kind of fade, and you can tell most of the crops have been harvested at this point, just a few remaining now. But it's this massive open expanse just of small buildings dotting the landscape around, a couple closer near you. And you can kind of see the road about, I believe, about a half mile away from you guys. You can see carts kind of riding along the road. Just a few. It's the most open space many of you have seen at this point. And it's peaceful.
What did it work for some?
What did it work?
What did it work?
What did it do so simple?
My dear boy, what are you saying like that?
So which way is north? Based on sunrise.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Did anyone take that feat where they always know which direction north is?
It is fairly easy knowing the
Before,
geography
I
of
did-
Euphraxia,
Yeah.
that the western mountain range is in front of you when you land on the other side of the fence. So north would be.
So right, I'm lost.
Just call an Uber. Come on.
Zook's over here earning that 5 in
north is this way.
intelligence.
The mountains are in front of me north.
Yep.
Oh, you were actually.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yes,
She's
you're right,
still
yes.
working on it.
I'm sorry, Joe. They're actually this way.
Ooh.
Shitty, trying to be in character, but okay.
That
I
is
start
in
walking
character.
then.
I'm joking because we all hopped over the fence, but we're looking at that direction.
But I'm not an intelligent person. I'm a wise person. I'm not an intelligent person. So
Same.
I've been here before. So this way.
You're good.
Shitty.
All right.
Be shitty, Barry.
Yeah, Barry.
Can we just fast forward to where we all work together?
2
Yes,
years
this is-
later.
This is my favorite part.
No,
2
this is my
years
least
later,
favorite
there's
part.
like 3 of us alive, just walking down the road together.
Hey, we're
How
finally
many did
gonna
you
go
say?
home.
3?
3.
My character's for
I have a-
sure.
I have a guess which 3 it is. I have a guess about which 6
We're all
it
working
isn't.
together.
She probably
I
won't
have a
even-
feeling it's not me.
probably won't even consider it. Cool. Michael probably died before. Oh God.
The bounties of the city truly are endless. Look upon the greatness that is.
Oh my God! Jeez. Abraham, please take me down.
Is that you quoting scripture?
You're now beginning to
Holy
understand.
shit!
He
Yes,
said-
if I could be quoting scripture randomly, that's.
He said about an hour and
We
a
need to
half.
make that
Correct.
right thing.
All of it down.
Yes.
To get there? Okay.
So we're following it north. We're not on the road. We're gonna stay off the road.
Get off the road.
And he said to look for when the road comes to a T, follow it at a diagonal.
No, it's a T and diagonal intersection. It's like this.
Okay.
Sorry, it's like this and then another one here.
Okay.
So, you guys have your map if you need it. Is that the way you guys want to go?
I think
I
so.
follow Jo. She knows what she's doing.
Sounded like the half the least resistance time.
Sounds good.
Can we stealth or something?
We don't really need to.
We
There's
don't
not
need
many
to.
police. As long as we get away from this area where they're walking
Respect.
and stay away from the tavern that he talked about, because that's where most of the police are. So actively making sure that we avoid that.
Go nuts. I love it.
Soup just starts walking. No, Soup.
You all continue north. Parallel of the road on your left, walking across these grasslands. Every once in a while, kind of like stepping off to the side to kind of like get a little bit further away from a building that's on the east side of this road here. You got like a couple of farmers who kind of. This is probably the short straw as far as good land goes over here, but so you can tell they're a little bit rougher shape houses, things of that nature. Land is a little bit more rocky. But regardless, making your way one by one past each area. Eventually, coming across a small little clearing of standing stones set in a circle. You can see it just up ahead.
Is it a henge?
This is April asking.
Not like Stonehenge, but
But
it
a
is a
wood
henge.
henge kind of thing.
No, it is a stone. It is sorry. It's a henge made of stones.
Okay, but it's a rock
It's not
henge.
Stonehenge.
It's a rock henge.
That's not the word I would use, but yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, before that,
Any
there
idea?
Was, wood
What
henge
would I
and straw.
roll to
But a big bad wolf came out.
But
like
no,
an
guys.
investigate? Investigation. I would have to get
I don't
too
believe
close, I
you
don't wanna
you
get
had ever
close.
made it this far north. At this
Oh,
point.
okay. I was just gonna see if I knew if I had seen something like this before somewhere else, or if I knew it was.
No, I don't believe you would have ever made it this far north.
Can I look at it?
It's about a quarter mile from you. Continue. If you continue on this path, you would reach it.
Oh, and we're supposed to go this way, so great. Just keep going.
Okay.
I just realized how bad of an idea it would have been if I just helped you all over the fence and you left. Like Matt just had that moment of like, shit.
Oh, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? What a
You're
shame.
like as you're hopping the tent, sleep.
What a
I
shame.
know you can't be slept.
That would have been a shame if that had happened. Damn.
But remember, quarter staff have to get over. So. I need to come up with a new.
Oh God, how do you do that?
Hey, it looks like you tried to beat up some bandits. Maybe I could be of assistance.
Oh no! Oh boy! Oh boy!
How about staff in the mouth?
Staff and boo.
No.
Boo.
Just a staffy. I love it. Staph infection.
I was just gonna say, everybody thought it.
Okay. You guys good?
Stephanie?
Staffany.
Oh, it's Stephanie.
Oh, that's
So-
Staffany.
How dare you touch Stephanie?
Hey, did you talk to Staffany?
You guys-
Talk to Stephanie. She says,
I do have 2, so now
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. Everybody,
That's what I
calm
get
down.
for reading my notes for a
I'll
minute.
burn this bitch down.
Do it. Do it, pussy, you won't.
With the insurance fraud?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's tons of evidence.
Would it be insurance fraud or would it just be arson?
Okay. All right. So.
"Oh boy."
Okay. So, as you approach the rock henge, Sinrig appears uneasy, but doesn't say anything. As the rest of you continue on, approaching.
What is wrong?
I think I see something ahead.
Look.
Sure.
Active perception. Go. Nope.
No. 17.
17.
Hey, I might have seen it.
I got a 0, so
Nice.
Nice.
A bug flies in your eye.
24.
17 and 24. You two,
41.
squinting your eyes in the darkness as the sun is continuing to kind of, basically the sun is coming towards you guys from the west, from your left, as it continues to like rise over the mountains in the east. So it continues to kind of just creep closer. And as you squint your eyes in the darkness, you can see in the center of this henge seems to be someone just standing there like this.
Like a real life person?
seems to be it looks like present day.
Is there?
Just deep cut, deep cut.
Standing there like that?
You
He's just
notice they are
standing
not moving at all. They seem to be, with that high, I could say they seem to be dead.
Something seems to be wrong. That person is dead.
What is that rock angel?
Well then, maybe we just walk past. If they are dead, they will not see it, and we just keep walking when we get the point.
Yes, it is not outside. We are on our way to Father's mountain. Stop.
Let us go.
We don't want to worry about the dead
I'm
person.
actually going to go
Investigation.
inspect the body.
I would agree.
Are you sure it's a person? Maybe it's a scarecrow of some sort.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Scarecrow would make sense.
I mean, there
Talk
may be-
about it.
Far land.
Nope, I'm going in.
I have
I
next
will
hour
follow.
free. Anybody else?
Varus rolls up his
can I-
sleeves.
Can I do a check on the henge?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a religion check or something.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna say
about to
religion.
do.
Thank you, religion check. I think is better.
If it was religious and you didn't know, I'd be so sick. So disappointed.
That's a 13.
Not from here do you get any sort of sense that there is any significance to it.
I'm going to approach
So I don't
it.
like. I don't.
You're
I know
coming
it's
up?
not Abrahamic, but I also
It's
know,
not
I
Abrahamic.
don't know it as blasphemy.
I'm going
I
to do a
mean, I don't
medicine
think we
check.
stop. I think I'm not going to go up to the body. But I'll walk.
As you cross the threshold of the henge, roll your medicine check.
30.
Is anyone else coming up with him?
Yeah. He said he was
Yeah.
running.
That's going to be an 18.
Well, I'm walking with them, but I'm not gonna like go all
I'm
the way
not-
up.
You
I'm
stop at the
Yeah.
threshold.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in.
I don't know, I think
You
We don't trust
approach
him.
slowly. What'd you get?
18.
Dead from blood loss, certainly. As you see, blood is all over his face. It's a human. His shirt has been ripped open, and there's something carved in his chest. He is being held up, but he is not tied to anything. And as you approach and get closer, you see there are large spikes jutting out of the stone in the center. And he's pushed up against it, but they're not long enough to go through. They're just he's stuck up on it. And you notice there's three more. There's one more on each side. So it's four
Can I
altogether.
do a history check?
Sure.
Okay. That's going to be a 15.
15. Well, the runes
Sorry, I hadn't finished describing him yet. So he's scratched in, and he has a rune carved in his head up top. The rune being you see scales of justice carved on his head. The runes are Elvish, you can see. So if you do speak Elvish, correct? And as for the history check, you've never seen anything this brutal, but you have heard of it before, especially as you read it. On his chest, it says in Elven, sentenced to die. It says that on each of them, sentenced to die. And then around them, where the grass has been kind of ripped away and stone has been packed into the grass, is written in their blood, sentenced to die by the hand of Juris Adonis.
Wait, would I see the name on the crest?
You speak Elven?
Yes.
Yeah, as you come in, you do see it.
Can I do a history check on that?
Sure, or religion.
Yeah. That's a 3. Oof. Nice die.
Well, you would know enough to know Juris Adonis is one of the heretical gods.
Damn it.
One of the pagans.
Okay. I was like, wait, the name didn't immediately ring a bell. Please just be like a local.
But that's all you know.
These? Wait. You said there were more around.
There's
like,
one on each
people?
side.
A person with the spikes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These people may have been put to death by a heretic. This cannot just be left alone.
I'll take not our problem for 500 gold pieces.
I agree with Sook.
Show me potato salad.
Mob justice by those who blaspheme leaves the city in ruins.
But it is not my job. Besides,
That is mine, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, is the word I would also use.
People are dying for being themselves.
Mm.
I see that as a problem.
Yes, I agree. Just not ours.
we do not know what these people did. We do not know whose issue it was, and I do not think that we need to get into any more shit that we are arguing. So I am going to say that we should continue on and not get distracted by this, although it is a horrible way to die.
We can absolutely come back and tackle this one some other time.
After more have been posted on stones.
Can I repeat? It is not my job or my responsibility.
I'm gonna see just to make sure no one's coming.
I want to keep going.
Father,
Juris Adonis.
Oh, yes.
do you see this as just?
14.
Return.
I do not think that there's anything more we can do here. They have already passed on. It is our job to heal those in need. This is beyond our power at this time. I believe Joe is right that this is merely an unpleasant sight on our journey. I suggest we keep it as disturbing and unfortunate as it is.
Okay, so this is just thinking.
Oh, hang on 1 second. You got a 14, you said?
No, 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
You do not see.
I rolled as well then.
You rolled a 12 as well?
No, I rolled
okay.
for perception. Is that what
Yeah,
to see?
I said I was.
Yeah,
keeping
that's.
an eye
I said
out,
I was
and
going to
she
do that
said
too.
she
18,
didn't.
19, 20, 21.
21. You do notice that from the road to your left, to the west, there is someone standing on the road looking toward you.
Great. Wonderful. somebody is already watching us and we need to know.
Yes, I believe if we wait here much longer, they will approach.
Or they would think that this was done by us.
What were you asking, Doja?
I just have a question that, like, because knowing Juris Adonis is a god of natural law and order, is this an indication of some sort of, I don't know, natural belief about, I don't know, race, creed, place in the world? I don't know. I just thought about that. What kind of, like, history or religion?
You could roll a history check, I suppose.
It's not 18.
An 18?
No, I'm not talking about you. You're good.
An 18. An 18.
I guess what I'm asking is why.
Sure.
Is there a why that's obvious?
Sure. There's a few options in this case, as I'm sure you know, but I'd say the one that's strongest that you're leaning on is that whoever did this believes these people violated the natural order, either through being a follower of Yeza or Esmeralda, being that they are those goddesses are the natural enemy of Juris Adonis, or by being outside of society, being against this area. With that being said, yeah, no, I think with an 18, that's it.
Okay.
I believe it's time to go.
Yes.
There's someone looking.
Let's see. Let's go
I'll
now.
start with, I continue.
I start walking past.
I will catch up. And I take out a dagger. And I'm
Are you the only one left? I want to make sure. Does anyone else stay behind?
Where's goddamn Zane when I need him? Okay.
Var stays behind.
Okay. I'm going to slice my hand, and I'm going to write in Elvish, Abraham sees your blasphemy.
Creepy. Okay.
On the top of the
Yeah,
stone?
Yeah. Above the person who's been...
You could have just, like, written a note or something.
Guys, you weren't there.
Okay.
Alright, you write it. The blood kind of drips down slowly, but it remains legible.
And then I'll vanish my hand and try to catch up to the group.
After he leaves, I cross out what he wrote. And I just wrote, rest in peace. In Elvish.
You gotta be...
And then I
just crossing shit out behind me?
And then you did not say you waited for him.
And then I come back now.
Carrie was here.
We should check that pocket.
To be fair, to cleaning up my blood and writing something new, you're gonna be pretty decently behind it.
I'm okay with that.
Did anybody...
You just said you crossed it out, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Alright.
Anybody check their pocket?
You all move along from the scene. No one checked their pockets.
We need money, guys.
You move along
Can
from
I
the scene.
be actively, like, I
Oh,
want no, I just want to continually check back to see
I
if
thought
that
you meant
person
to
is
check our
following
own
us.
Sure, roll a perception check.
20.
You notice as you're walking away that the person has now begun walking toward the henge. Once you're a fair enough distance away, like if you turned around and started running at them, and they started running, you wouldn't catch them at that point. You get what I'm saying?
So
Like-
like far enough away.
Yeah, they're keeping their distance from you. Like as they're here, you're here. It's basically like you're moving here, and now they're coming.
Okay, got it.
So,
They're
like-
they're going to the henge to see if we disturb something, probably.
They're going to the henge. They don't seem to be following you.
Okay,
What they are.
they are going to the henge. But they are not. There's nothing to be following us. I'll keep looking left. But you can continue forward.
I can check them if you
No.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like you
I
can
can
do it
go-
from being here?
No, I can go over there and.
No. What does not?
Well, no, I can be. I can turn. I can turn invisible.
Oh,
I figured it was like a good idea.
Casual.
I don't know.
too.
I studied that, and then I studied like because we were falling. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna
We're
make it a
still
spell that's
walking,
gonna stop
right?
us from falling.
Sure, of course. Of course, yeah. You could still walk and talk.
I
I
can
don't
go
know-
check on it if
I
you
do
want.
not. We do not know these people's customs. These people rules, I do not think that we need to interfere anymore.
They are a part of the city, and
But they
this god they praise is a heretic.
Okay,
He's
yes,
heretical.
That is, I see what you're saying, but we know nothing about what happened. Perhaps these people made a mistake, or did you check anything about their body and what they had on them? Maybe they have like a something else, you know? Maybe they have like a dagger on them. Or...
Killing in the name of an evil entity.
Sorry.
It's actually
Guys,
not
role
really,
play, guys,
not
come
really
on.
evil or good. You know, just kind of.
It is blasphemic and against Abraham.
again, we do not know what happened here, so we
Maybe we should just move on.
need to move. Well, I mean, we are.
We are
but-
walking.
Maybe we should just move.
Yes.
I can see
Want to
that
physically
there is
emotion.
law in this land, and I can trust that the city will deal with these heretics.
Sure. Well, I'm not going to deal with them. That is not my job. We're trying to get somewhere to get
That is
papers
not my job.
so we can do what we're trying to do and push this.
Almost metagame a little bit there. Almost.
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm gonna actively be trying to look for that T that he was talking about, the T in the diagonal.
Girl.
Well, remember he also
You looking
said,
for that tea?
Oh, wait,
Joe, he had also said you would come to the road going east-west as you're going north. So you'll hit the road and you'll know what he's talking about. So you continue along, away from the area. And after just about another 30 minutes, you all see a road up ahead. Everyone roll perception checks. Everyone who wants to. You know, don't feel obligated.
My eyes turn on.
Vars?
Go.
Okay.
18.
Oh, okay. Demetrius?
22.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know about you.
19.
Okay.
I'm not an eye bug.
Okay.
I've never been in this open to the field before. 13.
Okay.
Rolling 0 and 2.
All
Oh
right,
no,
and
sorry,
those are
14.
you, no.
14.
Number one.
Okay, so it sounds like these three right here. You notice that as you walk right now, as you continue to walk north, you continue to approach this road, you can tell there's a checkpoint up ahead leading into 5 because you're still walking along the fence basically for 5 and 8. So there's a checkpoint just about north of you, about 10 minutes away. Do you continue along this path to cross the road, or do you want to do something else?
So there's a checkpoint into 5 or into 4?
Into 5.
Okay. So that means that
You guys need the map?
we need to go off to the left then, correct? Because it's up to the, like, if we're in 8, it's up left, right?
You are here.
Yes, we need to go.
This is the checkpoint.
Oh, that's the T in the diag.
So we need to
You
go
guys have the map too. Remember?
this way. We need to go that way, right? Off the road. I guess I didn't take very good notes. Sorry, guys. It says, "Can we come to the T of the diagonal, go off the road, and go north, and then get to the fence, hop over it again."
Oh, okay. So just go straight north.
Yep.
Well,
Yep. Going straight north, you'll be coming near
We'll
the
take it-
checkpoint. I'm not telling you you can't. I'm just saying.
He's
is
just
that
saying
what you
there's a
wanna do?
checkpoint,
We
so
can
we
maybe
might need
go
to
around
buy.
it.
We need to go
Loop around
maybe
it, yeah.
around.
I would say so,
Just
but I
a
didn't see anything.
larger berth.
Well, if they're describing it, you're
Then
good.
yes, I would say give it a berth. Give it a wide berth.
Out of sight of the check.
Sorry,
Yes.
there's a baby sound.
We have 2 options as far as I see. One of which involves
So we need to go around. We need to get away.
Zane, who is
No, we shall go around.
We
Moving
do
his
not
brain.
want to. We do not want to bother with 5. We need to get to 4.
Yeah, don't
So we
worry
need to
about
go
that. We'll
with
just
wide
think
berth around, and then we again get off the road, and then continue north, and then jump over the fence and get to 4.
Yep, that is what I'm thinking too. We do that. Yes.
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 Great.
Great.
So we berth it.
Along for the ride.
so
Okay.
gross. We birth it. It's a wide birth.
Going just a little bit out of your way.
That's why you're making the big.
At this point, the sun has completely coated Cultiva. You are in the middle of a bright fall day. The air is crisp.
Like Sprite? That dark vision. Is it harder to see now? No. I'm kidding. Magic out.
You cross northwest, crossing 3 roads as you do. Whoever is spotting needs to make a perception check to kind of like watch for carts coming and such as you're crossing the roads. It's Varus. Varus is spotting.
Yes.
It was the first to roll.
22.
Nice.
I don't know about you.
Varus, you watch closely, waiting for certain carts to pass, keeping everyone just a little bit away from the road, a little bit close to the ground.
Steady. Steady.
And then finally, as the last of them pass, as far as you can see, you all quickly get up and run across the roads. The first road, the second road, the third road, and finally off north with a house to your right. You pass it and continue toward a fence, a large walled fence kind of type of thing. Sorry, words.
How large?
As you approach it, you can tell it's about 10 feet tall. It's a large white limestone wall, and on top of the wall, so it's about a wall for 8 feet, and then on top of that wall are steel black bars that each come to a sharp point.
Maybe a rope?
Says it here. Oh, I like that. Sorry. I was trying to find a way to like address you without it being rude.
He's not a knight. Not technically.
Okay,
get it.
But like calling him like private or something, like he's like a bodyguard. He's like Secret Service. I don't know what to call him. Agent?
Master.
Master? Can I call him Master? Would that make sense?
Masters are
Right?
here.
Yeah. Okay. Masters are here. This is your district. How best shall we enter?
Well, the old guy told us to jump the fence. I think we just jumped the fence.
Yeah, I feel we'll have similar results without our favors. At least in the past when we tried to get around the Tavern. Some of us are not exactly travel sized to try and sneak in with, goods or however you kind of mentioned before. I think jumping the fence would be our best option.
I shall defer to you.
Yes, I know.
We try to like lasso?
Oh, no. No, you don't have to do that.
Oh,
How tall is it? 10 feet?
Yeah, the wall itself is 8 feet, and then there's 2 feet of bars on top.
Oh, so
Spike
8
bars.
Yeah,
10
spike
feet
bars.
altogether.
Oh, okay.
Great. So I'm gonna just Misty step up there.
Okay. You misty step up onto the wall. There's a place to stand, just balancing on it. You have a pointed bar, kind of right. You pointed at your crotch right now.
oh.
That is awkward because I don't wear pants. Hey guys. No. Blues.
Not another one.
I'll drop.
Wear pants.
I'll drop a rope down.
He's been Donald ducking it the whole time.
Donald ducking it. Oh my god.
You drop the rope down.
Yeah.
You have not noticed that.
Okay.
Bruce Dixon's watchman.
You drop the rope down, and then what?
I drop it on the other side.
Okay.
I guess I tie it to the bars
Okay.
so they can come up.
Okay.
And then I tie it in the middle around that.
Sure.
Drop one length down this side, and I look
All right.
over real quick. I want to peek before I drop a rope on top of a guard. It's like I just thread a rope down. It's just like,
hey, could you
it's like
toss that
hitting him
back
in
up
the
here?
head like an elephant trunk.
What the?
Peeking over.
Yeah, he feels something wrong, and then he looks up and you're not wearing pants.
Peeking over, you look. You can see. First of all, this is not a district similar to 5 or 11 that you'd seen, nor even like 1. You haven't seen 4 yet, and this is different in that there's no tall buildings here. Everything is low to the ground. It's all single-story tents, and there's buildings, of course, but they're all like not shacks, but just single-story stands that are built up around the area. It's all ranch style. That's what's in. There's currently a road right beneath you, literally right beneath you.
Weird.
But it is currently empty in this early morning. As you can tell, that most of what seems to be most of the activity comes from further into the district. The stands that are next to the road right here seem to be closed up, almost empty. Actually, like no one's been here for a while.
Because it's like way out of the way, so they probably don't want to. It's not good real estate. It's all about location. It's real estate.
Okay.
All right, so I drop a rope and I'm like, "There's no one on the other side. Quickly, we must be."
Yes, but definitely you should move quickly. I need dexterity checks from everyone.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna need some help there, buddy.
I mean, I assume that I'm tossing you.
I would love for you to do so.
Okay.
I need a dexterity check.
I know.
I'm not doing
Us
that.
over
I'm
here with
trying.
No, I'm
not
negative.
doing
Mars.
Strength.
Oh.
15.
Wisdom and dex.
Good.
12. 19.
You used to pull his
12.
as your strength.
This is death.
Oh yeah, sorry.
12.
Okay.
20.
Whoa! Can my little self be given a boost?
Or you could just be on him.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Sure.
11. Sorry.
Way better than 3.
True.
Okay. You all quickly and quietly move up over the ladder and down it, or the ladder, the rope, and down it.
Oh, I have to.
Letters.
I can
We just start twitching.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There you go. And once everyone's on the other side, you mage hand it, and the rope kind of flies over it with the little mage hand pulling it over. And now you are here.
Not good. Quarter stone.
You got the great club. Like a baby's arm.
Okay, Zane.
It's like my own arm.
Maybe you should lead us to
Yes, this is your home.
family's home. And you are
You're the one that knows the way. This is the way.
You know they way. God,
This is the way.
it's not coming back.
Oh no.
It's not.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What have I done?
Oh my gosh, are we gonna meet your parents? It's so soon.
This has been going great so far. You know what would make it even better? 2 other Dragonborn.
You are now in the Platinum District, a place that seems to have been
Never been here.
brushed white across the area, a very bright platinum blonde across the area. The roads you walk on, made of limestone. The stands are all color coordinated. If there are different colors, they are colors that seem to. You got your blues, you have some greens, you have some reds, but they're in shades that complement the color tones that are going around here. Everything is designed to be appealing, and as you get further into the district, you begin to see many sorts of types. You begin to pass by stands, and you see Dragonborn of different colors kind of begin to busk towards you. One second, let me change my music.
This is sneaking. This is still sneaking.
That was really dope what you just did. That's really
Wait,
Misty
shipping off
Step
to
with like the
Boston for
rope.
market music.
See, rogue, man.
Yeah, no, instead
I
you
was-
need
I was like,
there's so many walls in this
I mean,
fucking
that's
campaign. I was like,
that's
forget
Samuel's.
this.
What?
They didn't come up with that tune. That's an old thing. I'm sure. We don't have time to argue that. So, as you begin to pass by certain other stands, you see these dragonborn. First, you pass by a couple closer to his color, which is copper. Passing by some that are bronze, and then you see a blue dragonborn with a large horn on his nose. It's like speaking at you in common. They're all speaking common at this point as they're like, "Oh, wouldn't you like this vase? A vase for the pretty lady." And you go on and you continue on, and you see these tabaxi sitting there, white fur, black spots. And he goes, "I have swords. I have swords if you have coin." And
Nice.
This one.
Tabaxi has wares. You
know you're all alive.
I loved Tabaxi.
soon enough, as you get close to the center of the district, it's just packed full of people moving around. You see a road up ahead that's just everyone's kind of moving. You've got carts kind of riding regardless of if people are in its way. They just kind of, people are pushing past them. This is the most active district you've seen so far. Just constant trade. People literally throwing gold back and forth at each other. Like, you see, like, some guys are throwing gold into a stand, and like others are like grabbing them, and they'll like grab an item and they'll run across the road to like another stand and they'll sell it, and you'll see them get more gold. And it's just constant trading over here.
Buy.
Yeah,
Sell,
it's a stock
sell,
market.
sell.
Exactly. You just see a bunch of them just waiting.
Buy, sell.
I feel like I stick my staff in the ground and I just take a deep breath. I'm just like, it feels good to like
capitalism.
Feels good to be home after like a week of like wacky adventures.
Hanging out with these paupers.
You mean being an 11? I get it. It's not as nice as this.
Not that I don't love the
So,
bourgeoisie.
where are we going first?
I think we should go to my family estate.
Estate?
No, that's what you call my house.
I didn't mean to make it sound so grandiose.
Is there a pool? I'm not going if there's not a pool.
That's why he was so unimpressed by Nardo's house. He's like, oh, just one crypt?
No. It doesn't matter what campaign it is, this motherfucker's rich.
What?
I don't think, but yeah.
I didn't mean like estate like it was crazy.
No.
He didn't say
I feel
lavish estate, guys.
We are the personal bodyguard of
It's
the...
a
He's got
shine
a-
house now.
He's got a gardener, but he's not good.
third best.
He's not the best gardener. It's just your normal, standard, run-of-the-mill, 30,000 square foot estate, okay?
Only 7 bathrooms.
I'm just kidding. That way he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He's got people.
He's
for
got
that.
people that do that. It's the help.
I have no so.
Oh, wait.
So,
Just go back.
do I need to roll like a knowledge of the area or anything? Or
No. This is your home. You were here a week ago. So you lead the party over through the market up to the northern area of the district, where it'd actually probably be closer northwest. No, it'd be west, central west. So moving through the market, as you're kind of like pushing past people who are pushing you, like you as you're walking, you like feel people down by your knees too, as you hear like little gnomes are like, "Get the hell out of my way!" And they're like pushing past with like a big like wrapped up rug at that point, and they're like running up and they slam it like, "Hey, look what I got!" And
The best moment of the entire session today was that.
Passing by more and more, and eventually you hear a voice of someone come from far right. As you get further out from the market, you go, hey, over here. And you like turn your head and you see
black dragonborn. They've got these big kind of like horns coming off the side. He sees you and he's just, "You want to buy something nice?"
What are we talking? What do you have?
I got something for you. It's very good. And he pulls out a little green vial and he goes, "For a taste, it's free."
Shine, right?
Seems to be. You've seen it before.
I was gonna say I know what it is.
Oh shit!
No, we were going so well. We were getting so far.
Oh god. So he's peddling drugs.
I'm going to
And we
look at
are
literally
not
He looks at your look at this and he goes, "You don't believe me? It's good." He pops the cap off and you see this like long little tongue kind of like dip into it and like dip back out.
I don't want that.
I'm going
Here,
to.
Did you come up with him?
Yeah,
Because he's holding it down and close. Like he's.
I would have come up too as soon as there was the prospect of something nice and shiny and when I hear what he's doing, I turn around, just kind of get out of visual distance of this peddler, and I start doing minor alchemy on. I don't know. I'll pick up some dirt. Fuck it.
Pick up that dirt.
There's some dirt here.
I pick up stones.
Grab a handful of gravel near under one of the stands.
Let me make sure that this does exactly.
So anyway, while he's doing that,
it takes 10 minutes.
So, real quick, was this loud enough for everyone to hear?
he's whispering distance at this point with him.
I meant like to begin with, though. Like,
Yeah, call everyone over. Yeah, he's calling all of you. You all look like
Did it
demons.
seem shady to begin with? Because Matt thought it felt shady.
Yeah.
But would
He literally is.
Okay,
it's
if it
dark-
felt shady,
dark
I
time.
would have just
Okay,
like
that's fine.
instinctually been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Okay,
Like,
that's
just
fine.
like-
So you all came over then? We'll just say that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's cool.
You know that I've seen this before.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
I can tell you the type.
Tell me, where did you find this? Where did you get it?
Listen, never.
That's my line.
Listen, tell me where you got it. Because if you don't, I'm going to have to tell my friends what I have here. And they're not going to be happy.
I'm gonna pick up on what he's saying and just be like, look like I'm being oblivious.
Roll an intimidation check.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to name drop Nardo. Like, I am personal friends with Nardo Granada. I don't think he would like to find out. Know where you found this.
Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah. 9.
Perhaps
What? No, wait. What?
begins to just pour it out.
I stop him.
Roll a dexterity check.
8. Or no, 6.
Ooh. No, he's just immediately. You try to catch some of it, but it just slips through your fingers. And with that,
Can I?
Now you heard. Now you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was like pretending to like not be paying attention for a second, but once he starts pouring it out and you try to grab it, can I try to grab him?
1 second.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm about to get acid breath, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's happening? I was alchemy.
Breath me, baby.
With that, he spins around away from you and just sprays acid down on all of his crates.
Oh.
You can go for a grapple now.
Fuck me. Okay. That's a strength save.
Yeah.
Or a strength check.
Athletics check versus his athletics check.
Okay, that is a 1.
No shit. He just slips out of your grasp.
Oh yeah.
Just slips out of your grasp. And slips out through the back of the tent. And just the curtains fly back.
No time to cast anything.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna try to save whatever's in the crates. Is it possible?
Sure, you jump over the table and watch as the acid just begins to sink into the crates. There's a couple of boxes underneath. Go ahead and roll a strength check to try and pull them out.
Okay. Let me see if I have any utility spells I can use to help me out. Okay, no, I don't see anything. That's better. Strength 10.
10. You managed to rip one box out before the acid has sunk into all of them. Pulling one out. It's like this kind of crate, like, you know, probably you shake it. It's got a good amount of vials in it. They're small vials, but yeah.
Sorry, I was not wily enough, apparently. This man read me like a book.
I feel like it's been long enough, and I'm like keeping tabs on everyone because it's hectic. So I feel like I would like be seeing you guys by now, doing what you're up to.
You didn't come up to the...
I did not either.
I feel like I
Okay.
didn't say I did it
Okay,
actually,
that's fine.
so...
That's
And
fine.
also,
Yeah, I mean, this
to be
was
fair,
all
you-
noticeable when that happened. It
To be
was
fair, you're also
a bit
useless.
chaotic.
You might have just ignored him, thinking, it's just some guy trying to fucking chill something weird, and just kept walking.
True. And this is definitely like
saw the
noticeable.
acid and all that.
There was a spray of the acid, and other people have noticed too. And people are kind of like looking around and like, what the hell was that? And they're all kind of looking at this point. What did you want to do, Zane?
You were in the middle of something.
Oh, I just wanted to insert myself in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, you can come up to them. Yeah.
I'll follow you. I'm following you.
Do you want to chase him? Because you have to go now if you're going to.
Shine dealer in your district. What would you like to do?
Just like crush the bottle.
No.
in my hand.
Okay.
My district. Where did he go?
That way. Do this curtain.
This way.
Gonna go.
You jump over the tent. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Chase scene!
Hedge witch, follow them. I'm certainly not going to.
And I'll go with.
I'll go with.
Yeah, I was gonna say because if you didn't go, Elders, I probably would have stayed behind.
I'll go. Fuck it.
My little-
I'll go beat the shit out of the shrine dealer.
My little
Fuck,
Phoebe
he's
simply
fucking
won't
fucking
allow
I'm
me to
11
keep
too,
up.
so let's go.
Man, I imagine like with
And
that
five.
one scene where you were doing the strength competition or challenge or whatever, and you were just like, oh, and he's just like, no, and then just runs away.
Alrighty.
Just the most pathetic sequence of events. Just no.
Did he roll a 2?
Now that we got in here without anybody noticing,
he rolled a
for
2 or
lot of
3.
people
Probably.
to
I think he thinks he's doing
Okay.
great, but he's actually just
I
on
was like, I have to
phases.
think like saves I do because I'm a fighter, but I don't. I don't check because I don't.
Like, you're a fighter, right? Like,
But I'm a.
He's a dexterous
dexterous
one.
oh, okay,
He's
yeah.
like
I have like
me,
whip,
dexterous.
You're like the
rapier,
only
guns.
Got it. Like, so like useless. No.
Raise your hand if you're participating.
Surprisingly,
Everyone, raise your hand if you're participating.
forgot that wasn't true.
Okay, you're all going. Just not Zook. Well, you're riding on him, right? You're riding on Dozer.
Yeah, if I could continue to do my alchemy, and I was raising my hand for Hedge Witch mostly. Cause
Right, yeah. Hedgewood could be a part of it. That's fine. Okay.
You turn around and we're all gone, and you're just on the road with pebbles. Like, damn it!
This is a skill challenge.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I shouldn't have
So
come.
Zane, as you bust through the curtain, you're now between the tents basically at this point, and you can see the Dragonborn had stopped to kind of like look back at you guys. And the moment he sees you bust in and he sees your bronze, he's out of there.
We didn't load him up yet.
What do you guys want to do?
To draw this.
Anyone want to? How do we want to skill challenge it? You know how they work.
How far away is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a great question.
Probably about 60 feet now.
I would like to draw my gun.
Yeah, hold it. Whoa, 0 to 60, real fast.
Let him go.
And try to intimidate. Stop, or you will be killed.
Okay.
I'll cast Hold Person.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
Just dump it all.
Okay.
I like that.
One skill.
I'll kill you.
We know how skill challenges work. One at a time. All right. So first of all, your intimidation check. Go on and roll for it.
It doesn't need to be a skill. It's like Hold Person, boom, he's paralyzed. Like that's how it works.
That's a 9.
It's a 9.
So poorly. There's like 2 or 3 like solid, like amazing, like 20, 19 rolls. Everything else has just been like 5 or below.
The dice give it, and the dice take it away.
I know. It's all crazy high,
Okay.
crazy low. I'm not getting those dice.
So with that skill challenge, You fire with that skill check. You fire off, and he's still running. As the rest of you, other people are running after him still, right?
Yes, and I'm fast. My speed is 40.
Ooh.
And she can. And you can.
I can also do step of the wind to double my distance.
All right, I'm on Mitch right now though, so just stand by. I just wanted to make sure other people were running. Mitch, with that shot that he took off,
He goes farther than 60 feet.
he's a bit further away. I wanted to double check.
I would just threatened him.
And what about sleep for you?
Just like a freeze.
It's gonna be a 21.
I gotta check how far away. Okay, so he's still within range for you.
Yeah, it's 90 feet for sleep. So 21.
21 health.
Yes.
21 hit points. 1 second.
All right, hang on.
I should have him too.
I might be able to just tap
Yeah, it just says roll 5d8, so 21.
Yep, sounds right.
That's what I used in that dagger.
He's so bad.
Stand by.
I'm so excited.
Is anyone lower than 21 within my 90 feet of me?
No,
Okay. Just making sure.
21
A
each.
21?
Yeah.
That does not seem to stop him. But you do notice a couple people around him just kind of collapse.
I figured. It's fine.
As they're running.
It's 90
Okay.
feet from you.
They could probably use the sleep, to be honest.
I don't count yours as a failure because he was out of the way. I do count yours.
Sorry, guys.
Can I go?
Yeah. What do you got?
Earthbind?
Yes.
It's a 300-foot range.
Yeah. Is that strength saving throw?
I should have cast it
It says it's rope vine?
No,
Earthbind.
Earthbind.
It's strength save or it drops his movement to 0.
Just a
yellow
reminder,
leaves of
because it's a
energy wrap
skill
around.
challenge, spells may not work as written, of course. It's just skill challenges work outside of those realms, but they count as successes if they fail the same. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
But like, if you feel like you want to bank more on a spell than on a skill, then absolutely. All right. So yeah, strength save.
It's like my badass. Shit.
It smells like burning down here.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the patches.
We're all pyros
I'm
right
just
now.
like-
I don't know why. It's like I keep just pulling them off, and then I'm like, well, now that I'm here.
Is that just how you live your life?
Yes. My whole
Well,
life
now
is.
that I'm here.
Well, my whole life is like
16.
He's got 2 kids.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here, I'll just.
Okay. As you all are running to catch up with him, you notice that as he runs out into the road, he gets clotheslined by this big ass arm, this big metal arm, and you hear everyone just scream and part at that point as you watch as a Warforged presses his head into the ground and lifts him up. You see this big metal smile plastered on his face as he goes, "Attention! Attention! You have been discontent." And the hand just begins to wrap around him and pull him in. And he goes, "Oh, damn it! They're chasing me!" And it points back at you guys. And he points at you guys and he looks, he goes, and he looks down the alley and goes,
I will walk towards the Warforged and just.
"Are you discontent?"
Loyal Warforged, I am an Inquisitor. I was chasing this criminal.
Roll a persuasion check.
I've seen his badge. It's true.
Alright, that's an aid.
It's a big bag. Come on.
Badges?
I do?
Yeah, it's an aid.
That's what I do, man.
He pointed at your bed and was like, eh?
Yay! That is slightly better. Persuasion. That's a 14.
Oh, God, you're not very persuasive.
God,
It looks,
come on.
it looks at you and then looks down at your gun.
unauthorized use of weapon fire.
No. Okay, in my defense, too,
Starts moving.
I think you misheard me earlier. I wasn't firing the weapon up. I was drawing the weapon.
Oh,
like
okay,
a freeze
okay.
kind of.
All right, well, things I guess. You will all be detained for further questioning.
What? Come on, man. I'm gonna.
I love. Oh,
Got a 14
I'm
persuasion
counting some pieces of bread on the table. I don't know.
Yeah, can I like just move away?
check. You all want to run?
one.
Well, this is the thing that almost killed me before.
This is a different one. This is a bulkier one.
It's like that.
The point is still made.
It's like that, only bigger.
This one looks much more like Dozer, to tell you the truth.
So you could take it. Do you think your friend can get us?
I need to know what you guys are doing because he's moving faster towards you now.
Should I just
Listen, there's two ways I can go about this, right?
Hang on, Zane.
I was gonna say, we were actually on our way to see my father, Mr. Zahir, when we tried to stop this perpetrator. Could you bring us to him?
Persuasion. DC's gone up.
This man was selling.
I heard you. I heard you start.
This man was selling drugs. We were trying to find more
Oh,
information.
you have a fucking crate of drugs to
Yes.
turn in.
Okay.
I'm
Nice.
trying to help you. Give advantage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I need it. It's still not great. Where's 11?
Jesus, guys.
Yeah.
The dice game, man. You can't. Sometimes it goes well, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I feel like it's gone. It hasn't gone well for you guys any week.
So
Well,
what?
listen. I promise. Listen.
Are we
I-
still on a market?
I'm give me one more. I'm a diplomat here. Okay. I'm here from.
Well, hang on, because he wanted to do
Oh,
something
okay.
next.
That's right.
so-
He did. He did.
No, I wanted to just quick discussion. I can go either two ways. I can face this and go forward to the Warforged, which is stupid, or I could hide.
You all need to decide, or you need to decide. They cannot.
Just thinking about it.
I'm like
Okay.
pulling your head.
Continue to think while I let him do his last thing.
I'm a diplomat here. Okay. We found this. Okay. We found this guy. We're trying to catch him. I'm friends with some authoritative figures here. You know his father. They're very famous here. This man, he's an inquisitor. I know you don't know this, but it's true. I have these drugs. This guy, he blew acid all over the place. I will tell you. I will show you. There are witnesses. I will, approach this in a very legal way. 21.
Hey.
Charisma, finally.
I'm the.
I brought it up too. Looks at you and just like, and then finally you hear, Warforged, what you got? And he goes, witnesses to a crime.
Good.
And he steps aside to.
That's all we are. They're not criminals. That's all I need.
You just shut right up.
Don't say anything. Say.
You you see as a silver dragonborn steps in. He's wearing some platinum and gold armor on, and the Warforged is like holding him. And he goes, "They're not witnesses." The dragonborn, the black dragonborn, "They're not witnesses. They are my accomplices." And at this point, the dragonborn kind of just removes something and removes a cloth and just shoves it into the Warforged removes the cloth and shoves it into the dragonborn's mouth and shuts him up. And just kind of holds him down to his side at this point. The dragonborn walks in. He goes, "Okay,
Know this guy?
what do we got?"
Yeah, do I recognize him?
Roll a history check because he's not directly recognizable.
Yeah. 19.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Sorry, one second. I'm pulling your
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
up.
Everybody gets a good one.
District for 5 minutes.
This is how we do it. Did you hear about how our session 0, how we entered into 11?
Selling drugs in his home.
April would have caught him. It's fine.
I literally.
Yeah, I know.
This
That's why I saved you
is
for last. I was like,
Lieutenant Sikaron. No, we'll say Captain Sikaron.
Captain Cigarette.
Yeah.
Captain Cigarette.
No, it's Sikaron.
So it's in.
Put them again.
Cikero.
Captain have domain over an entire
Over the entire district. Well, the senator does, but they're in charge of garden or military.
I'm sorry, how was Sigron spelled?
Cikeron.
I never guess it right. I never guess
I
it
never
right.
do
You
either.
always tell us a name.
'Cause it's
and I
fantasy.
and I always write it down, and it's always something wonky.
It always needs to be spelled weird.
Is there a Y instead of
Sick,
an O?
Aaron.
You ever been to Wales?
There should be a Y. You're right. No.
Sick, Aaron, sick.
He looks around. He's like, "You do recognize him? He's a friend of your father's." And
Oh, nepotism to the rescue.
It's all about who you know.
he recognizes you.
Yes.
Zahir?
Finally.
Finally, the rich white dragonborn catches a fish.
He's bronze.
Let's just go to District 11. Let's just go on.
Jesse.
No. Finally.
Little Zahir. How about that?
Yes. I take it you know my father?
Yeah, I know you, kind of. I remember you when you were growing up. You look just like him.
Aw.
Can I Dragonborn blood?
All right. So what do we got here? And he kind of lifts the head up of the Dragonborn that's now just hanging down, probably about chest high for him. He lifts it up. He goes, "Explain it."
I'm gonna grab your shoulder.
Yes.
Just for you to lift up the box.
Oh yeah. See.
This disgraceful Dragonborn was selling shine in our district.
Really? From a chromatic Dragonborn. That's something. He drops it, and he looks at the Warforged, and he goes, "It's a shine offense. You know where to take him." And the Warforged nods. He goes, "Yes, Captain."
We attempted to gain knowledge of the source, but he ran before we could get anything from him.
It's fine. We'll handle it from here. Good job, son. He pats you on the shoulder. A soldier comes up and pulls their hand out for the crate.
Yeah. I don't
You're like, no, thank you.
I don't want that shit.
And his tent down that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to show us?
Sure.
Great. He walks with you guys.
I like that he sounds like an old cop.
Yeah.
Imagine with a bushy mustache.
Oh, yeah, he's got a
Dragonborn with,
bushy
a
dragon.
bushy mustache.
Well, it's not hair, but it's got little horny scales on his.
Yeah. And it's in a mustache. That's so good.
He walks down to you guys and goes, "Tell you what, it's been a radical week. Stuff seems to keep popping up more and more.
Yeah, we can't seem to get away from it.
It's those. Oh, tell you what, it's those slum districts. They're leaking them in here. We're in a nice, perfectly good gated community." He goes down to the tent. He opens up the back and he goes, jeez. And then in Draconic looks back at his soldiers and he just starts kind of barking orders. And they go down. He's just stuff like, "Hey, get that, try and salvage that, clean this up, make sure it doesn't ruin the ground." It's a very specific order. Make sure it doesn't ruin the ground. If it does, it all needs to be replaced, is what he says. And he turns and goes, "So, is it here? Aren't you supposed to be with your father?"
I was on a little bit of a diplomatic mission with my friend here. And we got sidetracked into some trouble, so we were just able to make our way back here. I was going to see my father right now, actually.
All right. And you're truthful. That's nice. No, the alarm's been put out for you for the past couple days.
Oh.
We've been
That's
turning
good.
over pretty much every district.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I was stuck in District 11.
Stuck?
Yes.
Is that where you found some of these?
Some hooligans took my
My eyes
my papers.
squint.
This is the biggest roll ever.
Yeah.
Everybody hears Joe's eyes roll.
Some hooligans took my papers, and these nice people have been helping me to stay safe.
Oh. Well, it just goes to show they're not all bad, right?
You just said these nice people, and I was like,
Oh,
you're so like
rude.
Authoritative figure right next to you.
We're all
I'm trying to. Everyone's so freaked out about like being pointed out, so I'm trying to not like
No, you're doing
pinpoint
good.
anyone
Yeah,
in
but
particular.
Great job.
No, you're doing good.
I'm a young inquisitor. I
Matt,
want to be
shut
pointed out.
up.
I want you to
Shut
say this
up.
inquisitor has been helping.
Let Mark do the thing.
I feel like I pick up on.
I know.
on
It's
you.
all good.
That was just what the was.
Yes. How could I forget? My inquisitor friend here was also on this diplomatic mission.
Inquisitor.
I'll just bow slightly.
Captain Chicarone, nice to see you. Welcome.
Yes. Inquisitor Grimald.
Welcome to the district. I hope it's to your liking. I hope this is not representative of how we do things here. Of course, as you can see, it was handled very well, and you can come down to make sure you see the processing of how we handle him.
Shine has been finding ways all over our great city. You have dealt with it exemplary.
Oh.
And if... Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I just... Zane, thank you. Or Zahir, that was... If Zahir is any implication of the quality of law enforcement, I am very impressed.
Yeah, aren't we all? The future of our establishment, of our guard, right here.
I can't. I'm just imagining Commissioner Gordon as a Dragonborn talking to me.
Yes.
Oh, your father actually should be home today. I could take you all there myself if you like.
Oh, really? Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, Gilgax is back in town and back in the district for a bit, just for a couple days before heading back to one. So your father should be at home enjoying some quiet time.
Great.
Good. Take you there.
We all know he deserves it.
Oh yeah, he's working hard.
It's a joke.
I feel like you and I both look at each other like.
Just.
I feel a joke is so out of place.
It's
here.
just a dragonborn joke.
Yes.
Men in Black.
As you
Yeah, we'll
walk
chat with our friends.
back to the road, back through the crowds, you notice that now you don't need to be pushing your way through anymore. When people see the captain coming, they're like, "Get out of the way," and they do, and everyone's like, just no one says anything. People are just like, "Oh shit," and move. They see the armor, and they're like, "That's that." Eventually,
Point of order. I want to say that I have pocketed the ring. It is not on me.
Okay.
Anymore.
I figured it's not on you unless you're
Correct.
actively talking.
Yes,
to
and
him,
I
so.
figured we were there, but I wanted to say
Mhm.
that before someone tried to steal anything or something.
Sure. You all continue.
They pickpocket you.
To the western central area of District 4.
My passive perception's 9.
Where you notice they're no longer tents, but larger like ranch homes, basically, built flat, kind of like what's the word? Adobo? Is that right? Yeah, like built flat, like kind of like these adobo houses. They're very
Adobe.
nice. No, I think that's
Adobe
I
Premiere.
Think that's a creative suite. Anyway, I was thinking about it for a second. I was like, no. So kind of like
he's
these.
right.
Yeah,
like the
I'm pretty
flat-
sure I'm right.
Adobe, he's right.
Oh, adobo is the spice that we use
yeah.
in cooking.
Luckily, there's 2 cheeks, so both of you can have one when you
Eat my ass!
It sounds so white to be like a southwestern
Adobe.
Adobe.
Well, you learn something new every day. Sorry. That was the whitest thing I could
Zook's
think
already
to say
7
right
feet off the
I
ground.
was like, what did I teach you?
Like the Billy Goat.
You approach one of the houses where two bronze dragonborn are currently standing guard, and he's the captain comes up and they salute him. He goes, "Well, here you are. I gotta get back to work, but it was great seeing you, kid. Welcome back home. Hope you stay a while, enjoy the town, enjoy the food, just enjoy home, show your friends around, steal anything, and have a good time."
Thanks, and good luck with the shine.
Thanks. And Inquisitor, if you'd like to see us see how we handle things here in 4, come on down to the guard station. He can show you around, or if you don't know where it is, or you can just ask any guard. They can show you the way.
That would be much appreciated.
Fantastic.
Y'all get the respect you deserve here.
Well,
No! Go back to rich districts. I like this.
The rest of us are
Oh, that's also why you guys hate me.
Yeah!
Ding, 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 ding!
We'll be taking a closer look at the black dragonborn when about an hour or so. So consider joining us. And he heads off.
Cool.
nice digs.
Yeah.
What's your house?
Oh, dogs.
Yeah, I like dogs.
I like caravans even more.
Well, this is my home.
Is it like
Obviously,
real
please
nice?
be respectful.
Yeah, what's it look like?
Don't touch anything.
Drink like
Let's go.
Spanish like Alhambra kind of like open air, like not super
Like the Mask of Zorro.
Yeah,
Really nice.
the house of the mask of Don Diego's house.
There's like a nice fountain and like really like pretty colorful tile work. Like
Oh, mosaics.
yeah, mosaics.
Yeah.
It must be nice.
Must be nice. And like, oh, there's like something like out of place. Like I just like brush it like back.
There you go. As you walk into the foyer and into the hall,
Do I need to take my shoes off? Or is it just I'm actually just very dirty all the time. Very dirty. I feel like maybe I should not. Maybe I should.
No, you're welcome guest. I don't know why my voice just did that. That's not my voice at all.
I try to like wipe off, and there's just like dust that like floats off my clothes. Obviously, very uncomfortable.
I've never had pockets, but I'm reaching for them.
as you walk in, you see your, let's say, a halfling servant for your family sees you and she goes, Zane, hello, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you, madame?
Oh, very good. We've been very worried about you. Please come in. Would you like to sit in the courtyard?
Sure. That sounds perfect.
I'll fetch your father. He'd be so happy to see you. As I said, we've been very worried.
Great. I mean, that's great to hear. It's good to know that I was missed.
Of course, my dear. Of course. And she walks you in and sits you down. You're in this nice. It's not like not like a big courtyard. There's not a lot of space to build out in for, but it's very nice. And it's little benches around a fountain. I'd say if you're good with that, and because and then she looks around. She's like, "Would you like any drinks?"
Yeah, I would take a beer.
A beer.
What time of day is it?
It's about 10 a.m.
Yes, he'll have a beer.
Bloody Mary. I won't have a beer. I'll just have some. Yes, I'll take some water.
Water, very good.
Water would be appreciated.
Water.
You just like pour it in your arm.
Just,
You're like,
whatever you happen to have open, your finest wine.
Sure, of course. Yes, I'm sure we can find something.
Don't let the time of day embarrass you ever.
Well, then I don't know what he's having then. Hold on, if we're having wine, are we having wine? Is everybody having wine?
A pitcher of water and an open bottle of wine. I'm sure I can find something. And she walks off. She goes, "I'll get your father first." And walks off. You guys have a moment alone.
So, do you have an idea of what it looks like? Did you know? Can you give me a little more? You give me like fountain and mosaics. Is there anything else? Like what's the?
I didn't really come into this prepared for
That's okay.
describing
I'm
my
just
house.
That's okay.
I hadn't really thought about it before.
I'd say
so.
so. You got the fountain. You have benches around the fountain, like limestone benches, with like nice. What are those trees with the? You got like the thin trunk, and then they got like the really bushy green top.
Oh,
That's
like
not
what lines the streets in Gladiator at his place.
Yeah. Probably. I
That
haven't seen
helps.
it.
Okay, I know what it looks like.
Yeah, like hedges.
Hedges that are like
The
They're
bodies
probably
of the
just very
children
tree
in the mother, right?
hedges.
Yeah.
And
Really good
the
at
courtyard.
landscaping.
The courtyard is surrounded by archways and such, and yeah, it's chilly out here, but the sun is warming it up basically. So
This is a nice place, man.
I go to like I look at the bench. Sit.
This is a nice place.
Thank you. My father has worked very hard his entire life to get us to this point. It helps being the personal bodyguard of, the senator.
Is this your father?
Yes. So it's gotten us some added perks, but my father has worked very hard.
Well, tell me about it. I'm the royal sage. I have a fountain too. It's air though.
It's just bubbles.
It's just a bubble. God damn it. It's like a treasure chest, but like the bubbles.
Can we please take a vacation to
My bubble.
this is all
your
over
house
go.
is a fish tank.
It's a treasure chest that just opens and
By definition.
By definition. Yep.
Oh man.
Xanadroxus,
I had
You
like
see-
snap to attention.
your father standing in the archway.
And as he walks in, I will.
I mean, if they're all standing, I'm gonna stand too.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to look
guess
like an asshole not standing.
Yeah.
You see a dragonborn bronze, larger than Zane.
Is that possible?
8 feet. Jesus Christ.
Just a couple inches taller.
He's dope.
He's got the ears kind of folded back on him, and kind of a cleaner snout. And I feel like bronze dragons have a bit of a cleaner look to them, less scaly. He is wearing robes right now at this point. Some nice gold robes that are accentuating his bronze. And he walks in with like a staff, and he goes, "And Inquisitor Grimold Venari, I assume."
But of course, at your service.
Great. And this is the one then?
Yes.
Yes.
He saw him before.
You didn't see, he wasn't there that day.
Oh.
You were filling in for him.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do like a little bow.
So, who are the rest of them?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Zook Garrick, Master of the Arcane. This is my construct, Dozer I call him.
Great.
They have been of great service returning us to the proper authorities in which we have been attempted.
Great.
My name is Varus. You can call me Doctore or Medicus. I don't care. I'm here
Please.
I'm here to help.
Please. You?
You may call me Father Demetrius.
Uh-huh. And you?
I am Joe Barkley.
And you found these on your wild little escapade, huh?
Yes, they have been very kind in helping me to stay safe in District 11.
Helping you to stay safe.
Yes.
Of course, while you were helping him to stay safe.
Yes.
They were 10. No.
Yeah, we heard some trouble and approached to see if we could help. And then we were relieved of our papers and identification, unfortunately, in a scuffle with some street rats, I suppose you could call them. I don't know.
I don't buy that.
And
If only they'd look closer.
and then these lovely people have been helping us make our way back here.
You were relieved of your papers by street rats from 11.
Yes. And I like head down. Yes, got it.
No.
Bigger embarrassment than I thought. I've put out quite the alarm looking for you. I thought there was no way they would take some foreign diplomat, whoever you are, to 11? It did.
Well, they were trying to pursue.
With respect, Mr. Foreign Diplomat, this is my house. And I'm speaking to my son.
I like keep looking at the door.
She comes in with this wine. She's like, "Okay, have some water and wine." And he's like, "We will not be needing it at this moment, thank you." She goes, "I'll just leave it out here," and he sets it down.
I mage hand it off off the platter. It's just like
I'm just imagining him going.
My face as you do that. I'm like, oh, he just like commanded.
Senator Geargax has been, for lack of a better term, getting it in the Senate. He took a personal couple days here in the district, because his personal bodyguard that he sent with lost the foreign diplomat that told us that the other planes haven't gone to hell. Oh, an inquisitor. If I were you, I'd stay far away from home. So, how are you going to make up for it? You screwed up big. Now you've got to fix it.
Yes. Yeah. So, well, for starters, we have uncovered some troubling artifacts.
Unless someone's going to actually stop him.
This is going to be great fun.
We agree that they're.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
We didn't
Let him
say
talk.
anything.
I'm so long
This
for
is
the
not
ride.
the time for out of character discussion.
When we were attempting to use some travel underground through the old ruins to make our way around, and we found this ring. I'm just kind of leaving out the whole dev stuff. We found this ring. That seems to be some kind of a false deity. Aldous here is familiar with him from his plane, who is acting as Abraham. We were wondering if maybe that's connected to some of the other gods that have been talking to people. And we were going to come to you first and show you all of this and see if maybe you wanted to bring this up to the senator.
Persuasion check.
May I personally say, drawing us to 11 was fully on me. I was attempting to assist within the city, and I forgot my current duty. I do apologize dragging your son into this.
I hate it.
Dragon.
Oh.
No, aid.
You said, okay, I hate it.
Now I wish I said that.
I'm just
No, that's his dad that said, I
It's pretty good.
Dragging him into it.
You
He's a
said,
dragon.
you said persuasion?
Yeah.
17.
Super lightweight.
Okay.
I weigh 40 pounds. Yes.
Physically, yes.
We clearly have a lot more to talk about than I thought.
Yes.
Okay. Come into my office then. And he walks into the hall. And that is where we are going to end today's session.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
It was like I wanted to do something.
you guys. Love it. Going way off the rails. It's fantastic.
It's D&D. We do what we want. No rules.
It's fantastic. I love it.
We build a table and we flip it.
'Cause that's what this game's all about.
There is.
No, I'm so glad that we're not.
Well, it's even better because you guys have gotten so much bolder. Like I could have been able to predict that I predicted you would do like one of like 15 different options while you were in 11, and none of it was leave. So, or if it was leave, it was go to 10. I didn't expect you guys to just try and get out of there, which just means that you guys are getting bolder and stranger. So, I love it.
I mean,
We're terrified,
just
Ben.
saying that I will definitely
I don't want
need
to work
do
for
that.
a gangster.
All right,
lawful good,
so you didn't have to
No, I
work
know.
for her. I expected a million other options, but that's fine. So that is that.
I am not
We gotta go rest. I gotta go. I'm tired.
Same.
Ben needs a long rest.
Yeah, I do.
Hey!
I do.
Just press that button.
Just click that subscribe.
But we will be back, of course, next week. Keep an eye out for the podcast and for our YouTube episodes to be up. You have a wonderful week, and as always, remember, Sundays are for D&D. Bye.
Gonna find
I
it.
said-
There it is.